Wait, it won't be recorded. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, everybody. This is the Uncanny Omar.
And Astonishing Melanie.
And welcome to our Saturday live stream.
Yep. And just a second, it said it wouldn't record because there's no storage space.
We don't record these.
No. Okay.
But thank you.
You're welcome. Mm-hmm. So, happy Saturday. Where are you guys from? Sport my wig today. I did not dye my hair, even though that would be really cool. Let's see. So, hi, Crumbs of Mandalore. Hey, we started watching. No, we're caught up on Book of Boba Fett. Mm-hmm. And no spoilers. But I'm happy with the last 2 episodes.
A lot of people are happy with the last couple of episodes, even though, without spoiling anything, it's a different type of show.
And we started Peacemaker last night, too, first episode.
That's
I'm digging
fun.
it. Let's see. Gabriel from West Virginia.
Yeah, I'll let you take on.
Thanks. Let's see. Morning from Sub-Zero, Danville, Illinois.
Yeah, it's pretty cold here, too.
Hey, New Spooey Channel. And Brian.
Oklahoma is okay.
Hi, Bar. Ha. I get it. It's still cold in Philly. Gotcha. Thank you guys for joining. Hi, Roy. Okay, Chris Balga. Good morning, Melanie, Omar. Very chilly here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Starting my reread of Dawn of X and into Reign of X this weekend. What is your opinion of the Marvel constantly renumbering to number 1?
Renumberings. It keeps me making content because I have these things called reading orders. So they are supplying me with a job, both Marvel and DC. So thank you all so much, Marvel and DC, for keeping renumbering them.
They're thinking of the little people.
Those Epic collections have been trying to put me out of a job, though. Those Epic collections have a numerical, chronological order to them. But most of the time in trade paperback, especially back in the early aughts and mid-aughts and wait, about 2008, 2009, they started, the trade paperbacks would just have a name like Superman, Blue, Volume 1. But where does that fit in if I'm reading all of Superman? Come on. It's so confusing. I do want to mention something really quick. My dad is still in the hospital, and I may have to get up to take a phone call. So, my dad's been he was in the ER last Saturday, and they hospitalized him because of COVID, and he just had complications. And so yeah, just in case I get a call, my wonderful wife will take over for a little bit, taking some Q&As. So
I'll help you today.
But let's go ahead and
talk about
fire away with those questions, please.
Well, Super Life Heart saying your new reading order guide is super. Give it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that was pretty hard to put together.
So people sending their warm wishes.
Thank you.
And am I the Heat Miser? I remember Heat Miser.
What's Heat Miser?
From excuse me, the guy that did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Or was it Coal Mines? Isn't it? That's what I think.
I don't know. Thank you all so much for the kind words.
Chris, I'm glad that you are recovering.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bar. And that's right. The force is strong.
Thank you, Laura.
With
thank you.
Yeah.
Your parents got COVID too, Ezra. Yeah, it sucks, man. He had it last year and he just had stomach issues, but this year it's affecting him a little more. So he's all vaccinated and boosted up, and it still happens. So thank you all for the thoughts and prayers. That's really sweet. Should I order Wolverine and the X-Men or Inferno Prologue? Wolverine and the X-Men is kind of like a standalone story, even though it's the 3rd story arc in Jason Aaron's run. But you can totally read Wolverine and the X-Men without reading anything else. Fall of Mutants or Prelude to Inferno? That is a setup to Inferno, and it's an ongoing setup to all of Chris Claremont's run. It's wonderful. It's one long ongoing soap opera, and I love it. And to experience the character growths and the changes and the lineup changing and the betrayals and the returns and all that, it's amazing to read it from Uncanny 1 all the way up until he left with Uncanny Volume Uncanny by Claremont and Jim Lee, Volume 2. It's awesome. Thank you all. Thank you, Bill. Oh, wow. First Comic-Con, buddy.
17 at the end of the month. It's going to be your birthday present. That is awesome. I hope you find something really special.
They grow up so quick. 17. I remember when you were 16. What's up, Scott9? How you doing, buddy?
Thank you guys again for prayers and wishes. Thank you so much for Omar's father.
Yeah.
Laura is hella keen to get into Spawn comics, but she tends to like superhero stories that touch themes of friendship, love interest, strong emotional moments, and morals. Does Spawn run have that?
How do I describe Spawn? Spawn
you read it for the art, right?
Yeah, Spawn is like my summer blockbuster type of story. Like wonderful kick-ass artwork. The plot is, it's not bad. But don't expect a really deep story. There are even with Neil Gaiman, Alan Moore, Dave Sim, Frank Miller, little fill-in issues. Like it's got a huge fan following for a reason. But for me, it's always been about the artwork in Spawn. It really doesn't have those elements that you're looking for.
Yeah,
at
so the answer is no.
It's the long
but it's gorgeous artwork. And hi, Andrew.
Oh,
look, everybody, it's Andrew. Guys, check out Near Me Collective, the sister channel, where they're doing panels and like the good old days, right? Mm-hmm. And Andrew's doing his awesome editing and filming and such, and in the panels as well. And he's saying, hi, everyone. I have a lot of love for Omar's dad. He's such an amazing dude. We're all wishing him the best here because Andrew's been friends with you since elementary school.
Yeah, Andrew, practically, I grew up at his house and he grew up at my house. So, yeah, he knows my dad really well. And he knows the stuff that there was a reason why my friends loved coming over. There were stuff that my dad would let us watch that most parents at the time probably would not let other kids watch when they come over. My dad was the cool dad. He's the cool dad.
Thank you, Nerd Wicked, for the super chat. A little something for the hard work. Do you think there's any chance of a reprint of Amazing Spider-Man Volume 4 Omni, having 1 through 3, then 5 drives me nuts?
A chance, right? Yeah. There's a really strong chance, and as a matter of fact, we are going to be doing our reprint poll coming up this week. I'm hoping to announce a couple more reprints, so your vote doesn't go wasted, if you will. So it will be coming up here in the next couple of weeks. I'm having Louise and James both help me out. I'm going to reach out to my friend Chris, who runs the Comic Releases website, so we can see what exactly is out of print, because it is near impossible to try to keep up with that stuff these days. As a matter of fact, most of the time I find out through you all what's out of print these days. I used to be really good at finding out what was out of print, and but it's near impossible with the different distributors. And now PRH, unlike Diamond, doesn't keep account of how many copies of a certain book they have left. So it's a little harder. But we will make it work. What's up, Philip? How are you, brother? Been a minute, man.
Andrew made a joke about me being allergic to Alf, and I was going to go over there to get it. I forgot. We boxed him up.
Yeah, Alf is boxed. He might have accidentally gone to the dumpster.
No, he didn't. He's in the Indiana Jones style ending scene of a bunch of boxes all piled on top of each other. Hi, Andrew.
Or
Jacob.
Andrew's
dad. No, son. Wait, yeah, that's how it goes. Right, Jacob.
Omar, have you spoken to David Gabriel about Avengers JLA getting a reprint and what the hurdles are for that ever happening? And also wondering about that Dan Slott Silver Surfer Omni, hint, hint. That was voted in our top 20, so I think the chances are strong for that reprint for the Dan Slott Silver Surfer. Avengers JLA, I think it's one of those things with licensing, right? It's really hard for, how do I put this? I think it goes above like the decision makers that usually make collected editions for Marvel and DC, because it's two different licenses. So that's the issue with that. I always say that sometimes people that make those kind of decisions are people that have never picked up a comic, and that might be the reason. But I would love that to happen one day. It would be wonderful. That's one of my favorite absolutes is the JLA Avengers. Kurt Busiek, George Perez. It's probably my favorite thing that both of them worked on together.
So,
just
Omar,
a new Alf box set. There is no such thing.
Did you see I found one of the panels from
Oh,
one of the Patreon
yes, I did.
panels.
I did, but I'm not.
How long does that go? I thought you already.
As soon as I announced them, I'm gonna reveal
Right,
what
but
the
when
panel-
do you announce them?
Whenever Marvel says, "Hey,
Okay, so you don't
announce
know.
them." No.
So for those of you who don't know, like on Patreon, is it the $5 tier?
Yeah, because they're the ones that get early access to
early access
videos.
videos. There's panels zoomed in really, really closely, and there's a game of guessing what the panel's from, so that you can get a hint of the future releases coming out. So,
yeah, and it's been really fun. I know it like there were a couple people that are guessing, and I've seen some of the guesses, and some of the guesses are really off the wall, and some of the guesses are pretty good. I want badly a reprint of Spider-Man versus Venom. Well, this is the month for you to vote to vote. That's it. Just vote on. I think we're gonna do the top 3 choices again. Like everybody gets 3 choices, and your number 1 choice is gonna be.
And that's just through the channel.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
not through Patreon.
I'll announce it'll be a video talking about the out of print Omnis, and then we will put a link to where you can go and vote, and you go and vote like we did last year. And holy moly, we almost have all 20 of those books last year reprinted. So. It's awesome. It's a great relationship. Comic about friendships, but no superheroes is Strangers in Paradise.
Thanks for the super chat.
Thank you, Jeff. And I always compare Strangers in Paradise is one of those books that I always think of like manga. It was like the first American manga to me that I tried out. Very independent, about two women. It's a love story between them and all the people that come into their lives, and like the driving force is like this outside driving force is always trying to break them apart. Oh, there's some heartbreaking moments in that book too. If you've never read it, it's awesome.
Big Stu's got hoping for more announcements, and Hall of Infinity Gauntlet Omnibus and 6 Gun Deluxe Edition.
Oh yeah, those 6 Guns are awesome, man. Yeah, I think I should have 2 almost back to back as soon as they get approved from Marvel. Yeah. Coming out this week. So finally the Spider-Man announcement's coming out. So
this week?
Yes, as soon as it gets approved. As soon as they get a
stamp
of approval.
You filmed it the other day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that finally gets out there, and a lot of you all will finally find out, what I've been excited for a long time now. Chances of a Wade
you
Ringo
were really excited when you were filming it.
Omni FF reprint. Very, very likely to happen, I'm sure. I mean, it's Mark Waid, it's Mike Wieringo. It's a wonderful book. I like Mark Waid's and what's his name? Ron Garney's Captain America reprinted too, because I know the first printing had some bad binding. Hey.
Yeah, I was just about to go there. Hi, Torsten. I'll be right back.
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
Yeah, read it.
So, will we ever get any Ultraverse or cross-gen collections? For you all that aren't familiar with what new Spooey channel's talking about, there were back in the 90s, there were a couple companies that started off. Ultraverse was part of the Malibu line, which eventually did like colors and publishing for Image when they first came out, and then Image kind of became its own thing. And then cross-gen was something that started in the early aughts. Out of Florida, I think, but a lot of you had Ron Mars working for them, Jim Chung, Greg Land, and there were some phenomenal titles by. Let me see. My favorites were always Sojourn and Scion. Those were so good. What was the rabbit one? I like that one too. Way of the Rabbit? Was that Way of the Rat? Jeff Johnson drew. As far as those getting Marvel, I believe owns the rights to both of those. But I don't know if they'll ever do any kinds of collections, especially with a certain writer from the Prime comic book. You can look that up for yourself. But we'll see.
Hey.
Okay. It might be out of Marvel's collections department power to make it happen. However, someone has to make the ball start rolling for it to happen. Oh, yes, of course. Of course.
So we got a question here. What are you reading this week?
Superman.
Yeah, you read Superman.
I've been reading Superman. And
somebody was like, I love your custom bound Superman.
Oh, yeah, I got those from my buddy Kirk, who lived here in Kentucky.
It's all those ones in the middle where it's got Superman across all of them.
That was 5, 6, 7 years ago. Right before he moved to Japan, we talked, and I ended up getting them from him before he moved away. He was big into the custom Omnis. So
not Curtis Finley.
No, this is Kirk.
Kirk.
Kirk
Oh,
Kiefer.
sorry.
He's a good guy.
Captain Kirk. So I read King of Nowhere because from Boom Studios because this cover really intrigues me.
I can't
Look
believe you
how
beat me to reading that. I've been
awesome
wanting
that
to read
is.
that
Well,
for months. It was in my pile to read, and you moved it.
Right, I moved it to the coffee table. We kept watching Seinfeld. I'm like, I want to read this. I read through it because I want to know what happens, but I wouldn't recommend it.
What?
No, I mean, okay, it's not bad at all. I didn't get into it. If you like this type of artwork,
Yes.
By
the way, we should be in 1080p now.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask. Are we in 1080p?
We in 1080p now because I paid 1080p.
But just without spoilers, the premise is this guy wakes up and he's in this town that seems to be in the middle of nowhere, and people are.
Hey, maybe
animals?
I'll read it and we can both review it because I've been really wanting to read that particular book.
Reading Zdarsky's Howard the Duck. At that point where the bookmark is. Oh man, the jokes about Spider-Man crack me up. It's like he never plays a big part. It's just all these jokes. It's just Zdarsky showing how much love he has for Spider-Man. I'm gonna be honest because this is a positive, honest channel.
Oh boy.
I skipped through the middle parts. I don't even know. Like it was like short stories.
I hope Chip Zdarsky's watching and he's like, really, Melanie?
There's Squirrel Girl, and I'm like, why don't I like Squirrel Girl? Because she kind of reminds me of me, but
a married squirrel girl.
Being silly, but it kind of is like all the time, like over the top, right? So just those, I kind of skipped through.
Ryan North draws those issues too. I think he's the artist on Squirrel Girl.
Wait, one more thing. I like Squirrel Girl, and what did I read when she was with Miss Marvel? Because she was just toned down and she had more of a character.
Was it Kelly Thompson's run on Miss Marvel? Or what's G. Willow Wilson's run on Miss Marvel?
There you go.
Oh, they also had that mini series too. What do you think of Claremont's? Oh, by the way, I've been reading. Oh, sorry.
Just one more thing. Reading it. Doctor Strange, Marvel Masterworks. The girls have already done reading it, and I'm digging it. I love that old time way of writing, and like it's more personal. Like their notes in the beginning from editors, they're talking to you, Stanley and Steve Ditko. I like that. Ian.
Man, I'm proud that we'll review that. We'll do a family review of that. What do you think Claremont's best X book besides Uncanny? Man, this is a hard choice. Because I really dig those 10 issues. Those first 10 issues of Wolverine were solid. His New Mutants was really good. His Excalibur was a lot of fun. Oh man, tough. I guess the Bill Sienkiewicz era of New Mutants outside of that's my favorite.
No, but when we unbox at the we're maybe at the end of the month, I'll unbox them. I don't know which box he's
Enough
in.
Spider-Man give the people what they want.
Where's that?
It's Bar.
Oh, okay.
She's saying give the people what they want. Are you talking about Gwenpool? Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. Gwenpool Omni announcement.
No, Varg, thanks for stopping watching the Superman video so you can watch us live.
Hey dude, new to your channel. Thank you so much for being here. I like event Omnis from Marvel. What's your favorite? I bought Empire. Can't wait for King in Black this August. I also like event Omnis because most of the time they collect like annuals that a lot of people skipped when they were buying the single issues. Oh man, event Omnis. Some of my favorites, of course, X-Men, right? Like to me, like Mutant Massacre and Fall of the Mutants are some of the best. Overall, like event, with the artwork and everything. I kind of like the Secret Wars stuff. I know it was fun for me as a kid. It was a way to sell toys. The story was okay. Secret Wars 1, Secret Wars 2 was a lot different, insane. But those are some of my favorite. I love those. And let me see, from recent era, I really like the stuff. Like I'm not the biggest Brian Michael Bendis fan, but I really like the idea of Secret Invasion was a lot of fun, I thought.
Oh, okay. So Omar half an hour ago paid for the the StreamYard to stream in 1080p. Maybe we were supposed to change the settings on the camera too because it's 720.
Come on now, let's see here. Oh
Come on, throw me the hot dog, baby.
Yeah, it's not letting me. It's definitely it's grayed out.
I bet you it takes longer than half an hour for the service.
All right, the next one will be Rebel by Design is here.
Yeah, it's not the end, which I just reread. Somebody was asking about
X-Men the End. Oh, but I love how does he ends up like Ororo and Wolvie get together in that. I love that about the end. And it had some moments.
Somebody's asking earlier, what do you think of Ultimate X-Men?
Same thing I think about Ultimate Spider-Man. Been there, done that, but I appreciate what it did to a lot of people. Like, a lot of people really got into comics that way.
I knew that answer.
And the artwork is great. The artwork, you have Adam Kubert, Andy Kubert doing a couple fill-in issues. You have Adam, Joe, and Andy working on a book together. Issue 11, I think it's the flashback issue with Wolverine. And Joe Kubert inks his son's work. I mean, that's just beautiful, man. I don't think I've ever seen another comic like that. And please let me know. Unplug and restart. Come on, man. You're the IT guy. I'm not unplugging. Cody Summers. Omar's not looking forward to when Superman reading order reaches. Here's the kicker with the reading order. By the way, thank you all so much. I haven't had a chance to look at the comments or interact with people that much because, like I said, my dad's in the hospital. So when I'm not doing this or making videos, I am over there reading comics and just being with my dad. And I haven't had a chance to look online, so I do apologize for that. The hardest thing about the reading orders, though, for me, is buying the books that I don't want. That has always been the hardest part of reading orders, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to buy all those Bendis Superman.
You sell it, right?
Give them away, usually.
No, okay. Oh, yeah.
Or actually, no, it's become to the point where I may need to keep them because later on, I'll be doing 4 years from now, I'll have to do an updated reading order. So I'll have to have those books again, and I don't want to go back and buy them in case they're out of print. But yeah, that is the hardest thing, and that's why we have a Patreon. That's why we love like super chats. All that does help because I think for anybody,
so you got books you don't like,
so you can buy books and read them. That's the hardest part. But I have read some of the Bendis stuff. Oh my gosh. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Most of the stuff, even the junk, I still have. But as a completist, you gotta have it all.
Well, this question with any X-Men being your suggestions, I'd say if you like old comics, Chris Claremont. If you like newer stuff, well, it's not new anymore, is it? It's like the aughts, Uncanny X-Men, because like you said, it gets people into it. So
Astonishing X-Men.
Oh my gosh, how could I forget that?
Astonishing
over
new X-Men.
No, what did I say? Uncanny.
House and Powers of X.
Ultimate. Astonishing over Ultimate.
Mm-hmm. Ultimate X-Men.
Okay, Sergio's agreeing with you.
Bendis Superman. There was something I don't agree that he did with one of my favorite characters that was created in the pages of Peter Tomasi and Patrick Gleason's run of Superman, and it really broke my heart to see that character change. I don't want to spoil what happens, but I just did not agree with the way that Bendis decided to change him up, and I was like, oh man. Thoughts on JR going back to Spidey? Yeah, let's do it. 4th time's the charm, right?
My birthday, John's birthday, is February 24th. Present to myself is to get all the Hellboy library editions. Have ordered up to volume 5 so far. Good for you.
So you need volume 6 and then Hellboy goes to hell, right? Yeah, that's it. And I also suggest getting the art of Hellboy. It comes in that format, like tall format. Beautiful edition. Jerry Duggan's Savage Avengers Omnibus. Is that what you want to see, John K? That'd be cool, man. Savage Avengers is one of those series that I think is completely underrated. I don't hear enough people talk about it. I think people take it too seriously. People are like, oh, it's Conan and the Avengers. Yay. But it's supposed to be tongue-in-cheek. It's supposed to be ridiculous and over the top. It's supposed to be Conan and Wolverine going out, getting drunk, getting locked up overnight. Oh, that was such a fun issue. Yeah. If you've not read it, it is a lot of fun. The trades, I believe, are still available.
Hi, Dean. Dean's asking a
hey, buddy.
Poll. We did top 5 choices last year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Top 5 choices again.
Yes, whatever you got last year, you'll get them again this year. Yes, sir.
Oh, did you say 3?
Now, don't blame me if your number 1 doesn't get voted in the top 20, though. My number 1 did not. But
Jonathan, yeah, Discord, they're saying Alpha Omnibus would outsell.
I'm not even going to add that on there.
Shoot Thunderbolts and what's the other team?
New Warriors. Who said that? Is that Torsen? I'm going to ban him.
New Warriors, because so many people know Alf that would have the money to purchase it.
Guys, it's Heck Boy.
Heck Boy, oh, my baby.
Alicia calls him Bad Word Boy. That's what she would call him. Bad Word Boy.
Hi, KJ. Somebody's saying that Jim Lee did a live stream on Twitch.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that guy.
We don't know how to Twitch.
I'm old. I'm in my 40s and I don't know what twitching means. Twitching back in my day was something completely different.
But that's really cool.
That's awesome. I'm glad he figured it out. Wait. He's got people that work for him.
Because he's older than you?
Yeah, it's Jim Lee. He's an artist. He doesn't know what twitching is.
No, you don't know that.
I'm going to interview Jim
You're
Lee.
assuming you're an ageist. Ageist.
Is that a thing now? Are you going to cancel me for being an ageist?
Maybe it's a thing.
Get in line. Dude, Gen 13 hardcover, which is in the mail to me, that recently came out, is missing material. Of course it is. Of course it is.
That's what Josh... Yeah, Josh was saying. I thought there was an Alpha Omnibus until me yesterday.
Oh,
everybody!
No, there's no Alpha Omnibus, guys.
I bought issue number 48. It's on eBay along with the Alf DVD collection.
What is your problem?
It said it was a reprint. And I was like, I don't think they were reprints. So it's a little sus, but it was way cheaper than anything else available. And I'm like, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll pay $50 for it. And the DVDs to give away. I'm going to bind the stupid omnibus. I just want to start 48. I got issues 1 and 48. Wait, where's issue 1? Where did we pack it?
I don't care. That thing is going to go through the paper grinder.
It makes me happy, so.
Oh, well, if it makes you happy, that's all
First
that matters.
step, finally.
Jim Lee is streaming for years now. He does it by himself, by the way. Yeah, right. I don't believe that. I think his kids set it up for him.
Omar will Twitch one day. Maybe.
Do you think Image will reprint Ascender? Yeah, they will. We're finally getting, Ascender in hardcover later this year. Savage Avenger issue with Conan and Venom fighting plant aliens, drawn in Latino Day of the Dead art style was awesome. Yes, it was. Son of Kal-El is Wizard. I love that you're using that. Omar, stop using age as an excuse. I am in my 40s and I know about Twitch.
And he knows how to do timestamps. Thank you.
All right, fine. Final Shadow, timestamps. Thank you. I can't argue with Final Shadow.
Doris said he's not sneaking around. I read it last night while we were on the couch.
Omar and Melanie, speaking of Jim Lee, do you plan on reading DC's Jurassic League? Looks so stupid and amazing at the same time. It's Daniel.
It's the dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's the Justice League is dinosaurs, but it's Daniel Warren Johnson who, oh my gosh, if you've not read Beta Ray Bill, and I boxed up my freaking Wonder Woman Dead Earth, and I need to get it out as soon as I get to finish it. He is an amazing artist, writer. Murder Falcon's finally getting a hardcover this year coming out. My friend thought people who streamed on Twitch were called Twitchers.
Sure, Twitchers.
Yeah, Twitchers.
Do they actually have a name? I guess people that.
Omar, did you see the classic manga Bastard is getting an anime? Yeah, I did. I love that. I love the manga. I think we only got to like volume 17, 18 here in America. And I know it's on hiatus in Japan too, so that really sucks. So even if we do get it like complete hardcover collections, it never ended. Kind of like X 1999. That series also never ended. I have a friend who
Craig,
Jerry.
I call you? Okay, Craig. Jerry's 53 years old. Figure out how to use 5 years ago.
Oh, it's easy to use. Okay, I'm hiring Jerry as my Twitcher. Twitch person.
Dude, we packed up the Alf toy. Actually, they were all so soft. It was. I'm sure I put them in with figures to kind of pad the
she stuffed
breakable ways.
She stuffed Alf full of things to get across the border.
Oh, dude, yeah, James.
Read what he says.
He's got if you're not part of NMC Discord, that's the $5 Patreon tier. This week you missed the breaking news that Ben Uncles of NMC chat moderator now has his own channel. Thank you for reminding me, called Bunkmaster B. B. I don't know if he put out another comic video, but he's got one. He's starting to do comic videos. So yeah, go check
Ben's
out
a smart
his
guy.
channel.
I fear Ben. If you can stream on YouTube, you can stream on Twitch. It's arguably easier. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm.
Yeah, we thought about that.
Maybe I'm just a creature of habit.
Last year, and you were afraid people wouldn't follow over.
Well, no, in case something happens to YouTube, and I also need to figure out TikTok. That's still a thing, right, guys?
Yeah.
TikTok's a thing. Good morning, Omni. What do you think about Jerry Conway's writing?
I
find him a good writer, but has a ton of dialogue. He ain't got none on Roy Thomas. Roy Thomas was getting paid by the word, baby. Jerry Conway, he is dialogue heavy, but Roy Thomas has him beat by far. Like, go look at some of those Avengers, man. Avengers, like, by Roy Thomas. Those X-Men, when he came in, like, I think he's got him beat. What are you looking for?
What's your favorite Wolverine run?
Not that.
Not Daniel.
That is the.
But he's got all of them.
That's the curse of being a completist. I have to have Daniel Way's Wolverine origins.
All right, what's your favorite?
Oh, Larry Hama. Larry Hama and Mark Silvestri's years of Wolverine, and some Mark Teixeira, I believe how you pronounce his name.
Phil's Nerdyverse, you got a channel too. DWJ, Mike Spicer are one of those duos that should always and only work together. They're superb.
They are superb. All right. Bastards already had an MMA. Yeah, it had I think they announced a TV show. It had a 6-episode OAV. If you're not familiar with this, it was a manga and then it became an anime. We got the anime here in America first. The beauty of Heavy Metal Bastard, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, is that the writer and artist is a fan of heavy metal American music. So the Castles, Metallica, the Spells are like names of heavy metal. Dark Schneider, right? Like D.
Yes.
Schneider.
Oh man, that
like it is so. It's
never
a love.
Finished, right?
No, it's a love letter to like 80s hair metal, heavy metal bands.
I
It's so fun.
And there's lots of stereotypical what's it called, tropes. But yeah, I couldn't remember if you just didn't own them all or if it didn't finish.
No, I have all the American releases and it never finished in Japan. So,
the real cute. What is the real cute?
Is can Jim Lee do 1080p?
Oh, question.
The real question.
I thought you were saying he does.
Hmm.
We've got this. When we move into our new house, the end of the month.
Yeah. So I'll have some videos ready to go.
We shot some, bits and pieces of us packing up. It's such a hurry, and now we're just waiting, and the house is like echo empty.
It's mainly of me complaining about how much I hate physical media. I'm swearing it off. I'm going straight digital.
King of Spider-Man is Conway.
Conway is the king of Spider-Man.
What kind of exclusive content do you have on your Patreon? Good question, Bar. Thanks. Look at all these people helping us to promote early access videos. $5 tier, but $1 tier you get documentation and voting and something.
Old reader, new reader, and reading orders.
Old reader, new reader with Maddie on Tuesday nights, which books that they're going to read. And let's see. So she has on other guests that is it still that she's read them and they haven't?
Something like that.
Okay. And but yeah, and then going up, you got Ask Me Anythings, and you've got book club, which
whoa, something just happened.
What?
Let me make sure we're on. Okay. StreamYard just.
Are you guys still on? Because it says it's only one person.
Go to YouTube on your phone
okay.
just to make sure it's on. Sorry. There we go. It I don't know what was going on. StreamYard just kind of crapped out.
Okay. But yeah, those are the benefits.
How are your shelves still full if you're still packing? I'm not.
Yes, you are.
You're on. Thank you, Andrew.
Okay.
Has Omar mentioned anything about coming this week? Anyone can answer, not just Omar. I will answer for you, Rick Gear. Yes, there's 2 announcements coming. One is the Spider-Man announcement, and the other one is another book. So there you go. Omar, did you receive your X-Men Omnibus Volume 1? I have not. I will. Marvel doesn't send me everything, especially with reprints, but I'll ask because I think enough people have asked me to please do an overview of it. So I did leave that out. I left Fantastic Four Volume 1 out. So what you see here is pretty much what I have left to fake that I still have a studio. Everything else is pretty much packed up. The house looks so different now.
So shoot. All right, here's. Thank you, Josh, for asking. Today I will put a vote in Patreon for between 4 books of what to do for the book club meeting through Zoom this month.
Yeah. So there's also book clubs. That's at $7.77.
That's to Ask Me Anything.
There's a Discord tier, which is the $5 tier. The $10 tier gives you acknowledgement. It gives you credit at the end of the video, like a big thank you to. And then the one-on-one tier, which is currently sold out, that's the $25 tier, which gives you consultation for 30 minutes with yours truly. And this week I had to message those wonderful folks, and this keeps crapping out. So I'm just going to let it slide.
They're still here.
Okay.
Somebody earlier was Rick Gear. I'm so glad that you were out of school so you could join the chat on Thursday, right?
Oh yeah. Or maybe he was still working.
So yeah, so that's really cool. And that was going to lead me to something else I can't remember. Graham agrees that Roy Thomas is better. What about Steve Englehart?
I love Englehart's run on Avengers. It's a classic run. I want to see his stuff on Doctor Strange collected in omnibus format. Y'all
No,
moving
we're not moving to West Virginia. I saw your invitation earlier. Come
Thank you,
up for your
Gabriel.
birthday. No, it was
Gabriel.
just 15 minutes down the road. 15 minutes down the road, and I'm really excited. Jason, good morning. With the spectacular Spider-Man omnibus coming, does that pretty much cancel the chance for an epic this year?
No, absolutely not, Jason. Epics and omnis are two different things. Marvel has realized that people buy epics and not necessarily buy omnis, and vice versa. There are epic collectors, and then there's omnibus collectors, and then there's the crazy, nutty people that get both with lots of money.
I remember the person that was like, "Hey, the chat can answer too, not just Omar."
That was Merrick.
It was who?
Rick Gear.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say yes. Please interact in the chat as well. That'd be terrific. People asking for opinions, or if like, "Hey, Jacob,
Wait,
if you know that if Wolverine by Jason Aaron omnibus is out of print."
No, it just came back out. So here is something I need to stress though. Just in case, and you all know I don't like driving FOMO, but I just like to stress facts. Especially with Marvel Comics, when books, omnis, and epic collections come back into print, they are usually a smaller print run. Unless it's a big announcement, right? For example, like Excalibur that's coming back into print. If you haven't pre-ordered yet from either, if you live outside of the US, Walt's Comic Shop, and I'm being serious. Like, if you haven't pre-ordered, think about pre-ordering just to lock yourself a copy in, because I would hate for anybody to miss it, because the print run is not going to be as big as the original one, right? And people in the UK didn't even get it, so maybe Reed's Comic Shop will have it in the UK. But just make sure you pre-order to lock yourself a copy in. And that goes for any of the reprints that you see, Infinity Gauntlet, because the X-Men, Uncanny X-Men one, the direct market cover's already gone. It's out of print, volume 1. What was the other one that's gone? Ultimate Spider-Man. 2 of the covers are gone. The Carnage, the Venom cover and the Bagley cover. The only one that's still in print is in the distribution center is the Quesada cover. So that's just something I like to stress. If it's a reprint, please make sure you pre-order or try to lock yourself a copy in that first week. When people always ask me, like, should I wait? Like, if it's a new book, I think you're going to be okay, honestly. Like, if you can wait, and if you don't care about the covers, you can wait, yeah. But if it's something like a reprint, chances are that it's going to be gone pretty quick, unfortunately.
You can answer this in 2 seconds. I like Chris Claremont's run of X-Men. I prefer trade paperbacks. Where should I start in terms of reading X-Men comics?
Oh, the Epic Collection. If you like trades, the Epic Collection is the best route to get everything. As a matter of fact, the way they map the Epic Collections is a little bit better than the way they mapped the Omnibus Editions. And I say that as a guy that loves Omnis.
So, any ideas for the new studio, or going to keep it the same layout? We were kind of talking the other day. We've only, I
need to go back out there.
We see the house twice. We went out the very next day and, it fell in love. And so we're just trying to remember. Like, we don't know.
I need to know, like, the dimensions and space.
But,
and, like,
I mean, definitely, we're not right next to the bookshelf, right?
Yeah.
We have more room for the chairs. And,
yeah. So I'm actually getting.
He's going to have his own office and not have to edit on the couch. I want you to have a good place, a desk.
I do.
Instead of sitting on the couch.
That's been decided?
And yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I'm going to actually have my buddy Andrew, who's a producer of Near Mint Collective, to come out there with me. He's the lights guy. He's the videographer.
You sounded like you said he's the light sky, like you were going poetic with how wonderful he is.
Which, he's a good guy. He's not wonderful. That good.
He made a Cowheart beat in a science fair.
We're not going to tell. I love Bill Mantlow's Alpha Flight Omnibus, and hopefully Hulk by Mantlo Omnibus 2 before Hulk by Mantlo John Byrne. Al Milgram Omni Mantlo needs some oversized love. I completely agree. I think people are saying that Alpha Flight 1 is out of print, and it is. So maybe we can get that reprinted. And maybe Marvel will see the interest and then, like, hey, let's do a Bill Mantlo, which would technically be a volume 2. And then we can get some of that Hulk. But see, Hulk has that issue with ROM licenses, man. That kills me.
Give us a sign, Omar.
No.
Do you remember years ago when you wrote that poem?
I do. Mm-hmm.
And what happened after?
I'm not going to talk about it. This is the Saturday morning chat. What is wrong with you?
Craig has a question. Are there any places I can look to keep up to date with things being reprinted and new releases?
You can check out comicreleases.com. He works really hard to keep that up to date, but it's near impossible sometimes because things are changing every day. So, yeah.
Let's see. Your thoughts on Rob Liefeld art for everyone as well, by the
Oh,
way.
everybody
There
can
you
answer.
go.
I actually dig it. I don't have a problem with Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld was 90s art to me. It was weird leaving comics and then coming back to comics. And then when I came back to comics in 2001/2, to me, it felt like it was the popular thing to hate Rob Liefeld's artwork. Like everybody was dogging on him. And as a kid, I never saw the problem with it. And in my teenage years,
So the guy that doesn't draw feet.
See, you know that, but he does. Like,
okay,
it's things like that.
It's
really weird. Like, yes, how do I put it? He towards the beginning of his career, he was.
I couldn't draw feet. I can't draw.
He, copied layouts and machinery and things like that from other artists. But I always think of like people like Don Rosa. Like he copied Carl Barks' style so much so that he was tracing Carl Barks' ducks because he didn't think he could draw ducks on an ongoing comic. So, and eventually Liefeld developed his own style. I don't know. And then, he had to have something right because then you had people like Dan Fraga. You had people like Murat Michaels. You had people like Brian Murray who were copying that Rob Liefeld art style. Who was the other guy's name that came out in the early aughts or mid-aughts? John Malin, I think. He had a Rob Liefeld style. Like, so you have all these artists that really look up to Rob Liefeld. So, he did. His formula had to be right to some people. But, I don't have a problem with him. He's not in my top 20 or anything like that. I bet you that Omar likes Greg Land, too. I think Greg Land, the best thing Greg Land ever did. Okay, so here's two things. Number one, Greg Land is a guy that I knew his art very, very, very long time ago with a comic book series called Morgana X. And that was written by my friend Dennis Freeman. Alan Freeman. So it was a local comic book, Sky Studios, I think it was called. Then it went over to Caliber. And then I saw Greg Land's work in Nightwing. And I was like, whoa, Greg Land made it big. He's in Nightwing. And even then, he was doing a little bit of Lightbox art. He did some Jim Lee ripoff art. And then, he became like the Lightbox guy, the guy that would trace adult stars. But the best thing he ever did, I thought, was Sojourn. Because he was mixing like fantasy with pinup models. And it just worked. And I thought it worked so well. I'm not saying he is the best artist. I'm not going to downplay that he plagiarizes a lot more than probably most artists these days. But I think, in terms of things, he's fast. He gets the job done. Peter David loves working with him. He's always, commented about how much of a professional Greg Land is. So, what was it that I was reading about the Doctor Strange? One of the artists in Doctor Strange. He was known as like the first big plagiarizer of artwork, copying Steve Ditko's backgrounds, copying works from EC Comics. And I can't imagine what it would have been like if the internet was around back then, like people calling him out for that, like we do these days. Gotta go. Nice. Wayne, have a good one, buddy. Hope your dad has a speedy recovery. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
So we've got a couple of super
Oh, yes, let's get to those. I'm sorry, I went on for a while about...
That's why
I don't even know.
Watching.
Greg Land.
But really quick, Liefeld's podcast is excellent. Lots of deep knowledge and passion for comics history, etc.
I got to check it out. I'd love to have him on sometime.
So, thank you, Neil, for the super chat. Hey, Omar, how do you pull out... pull out more... Pull back.
No, it was Wolverine. Pull out. This one's for you, Morph. All right, what is the question?
Back from collecting single issues and transition to collected editions.
Looking at my shelves, it made me happy. I thought, like, back in 2005 was the last time I got a single issue. I looked at my shelves and realized, oh, wow, all I have to do is wait 6 months, and these single issues are going to come out in trade paperback. Because there for a while, you didn't know if something was going to be...
necessarily 6 months.
No, it's been pretty good.
Oh, is it?
Like,
okay.
Trade paperbacks come out quick. Marvel's...
Oh, you're talking about trades. Okay.
Marvel's coming out with trades like a month or two after the series is over. That's freaking insane. Because back in the early aughts, it's still new to like collected editions. Not everything was coming out in trade. There were missing issues. Now it's like they're not missing anything. Now I can expect every single issue, even digital ones, to come out in trade paperback. What's up, Juice? Oh, who's Juice? Okay.
Here's the other super chat. Thank you, Thomas. Hey, Omar, no real guarantee that your favorite run will become an Omni. Do you think it's better to collect trades and turn them into a custom buy?
Did you see the Superman reading order? That will answer your question. There's absolutely nothing wrong with taking your trades and putting in the single issues you want in there and making them into a custom omnibus, with the exception of price, of course, because it's expensive. It's a lot more expensive than when I used to do them. Like back in the day, I think I used to do them for like $35 each, and that was with shipping. Now it's a lot more. Now it's a lot more expensive. I want to say it's like 50. I mean, a lot of work goes into it. But when you're done, you're like, I made this. Okay, I didn't draw it, I didn't write it, but I made this.
What is that at the end of a TV show? I made this. It's like some company's little sign off, some production company. Can you please ask David to reprint Savage Avengers Volume 4 as it is out of print everywhere after a few weeks?
Is that the final volume? Because I will ask. Oh, there's my buddy.
Hi, Tina. Tina's on too. White Cat Cosplay. I had to peek in right at that kind of comment. Heart to you both. Wait, I wonder what the comment was.
I hope it was about her.
Oh, maybe it was about Morphin Wolverine.
Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, she does love the animated series.
So, yeah, on Near Mint Collective Sister Channel, Tina is on there with Andrew and Maddie and Dan and Rob and Omar. Sometimes I haven't had the opportunity to come over yet. And
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
just a bunch of friends getting together. And Tina helped me out in the last AMA.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. And they were like, bring Tina back. Because she has no filter.
That is, look, Andrew's saying hi. That is, you scroll down to the bottom of the channel, and it's the first friends channel.
Is David here? It's been a long time. He was on the Thursday live stream. Making sure I didn't mess up anything. I think he is busy today doing life stuff, like outside of comics. Okay.
What?
Omar, what are your thoughts on FET episode 5 and 6? Bryce Dallas Howard is the goddess that we needed for that show. That is my review of episode 5. Episode 6, y'all. I know y'all have seen the meme of Leonardo DiCaprio. Right? From Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yes. That was me every 5 minutes.
It was so cute. He was geeking out. Because like
every 5 minutes. And that's my review.
I forget that you like Star Wars.
I love
because you don't talk about it unless it's comics or like
the first
we're
the first movie I went to see in movie theaters that I can remember as a child is A Return of the Jedi with my dad, and it was in English, and there were subtitles. And I was like 5 years old and I couldn't read. I'm like, so I would keep asking my dad, what's going on? He's like, I think that's that guy's father. Hold on, be quiet.
Spoilers.
I'm sure I annoyed my dad, but he answered every one of my questions.
I forget Play Final Fantasy VIII that Laguna is Squaw's father. Just saying. Thought about it last night.
No.
Any news on a Deadpool omnibus?
No, buddy. I don't think Deadpool even has an ongoing series. It's weird.
Jess, oh my gosh, what's the name of his channel?
Omnidog.
Mm-hmm. He wants a Gwenpool Omni.
She has nothing to do with Deadpool other than pool
and breaking the fourth wall, literally.
Yeah.
Because she's from a universe
where these are stuff.
Comics. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, yes, it has something to do with Deadpool.
I'm not gonna make that happen until he super chats me. I refuse to acknowledge his channel until.
What do you mean you're gonna make that? You mean you request it?
I'm gonna request it until Jess Bragg admits he steals ideas from me. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Somebody's asking about Fiona Staples.
Hold on. Do you think we'll get a Savage Avengers OHC or Omni? Also, have you seen the lineup? I have seen the new lineup, and I'm excited. The most exciting thing I've saw, though, like, I'm so out of the loop because, my dad being in the hospital, I don't keep up with things. Amanda was sweet enough to, like, here's a quick rundown of everything that I know you're going to want to talk about, like as far as movies. But I didn't have anybody catch me up until, like, I started catching up on some of the comments. People told me about the new Fantastic Four, which, oh my gosh, Peter David. By the way, thoughts and prayers to Peter David, too, because he's going through liver failure. Kidney failure. So they're thinking dialysis or a kidney transplant. There is another option. So he's one of my favorite writers, and I'm glad that he's still working in comics. And I'm glad that, he is able to make money from like the Peter David Hulk omnibus. Anytime I see Peter David's name on a book, I'm like, yes, Peter David gets a small cut of that, no matter how small it is. And depending on sales and all that, that really helps out, especially when anybody that works in comics knows there's no health insurance. There's no, benefits. Like, you make your money by selling your scripts, or you make your money once you're retired, you know, by hopefully the Hero Initiative. So anybody can give to the Hero Initiative is a great thing. But yeah, I'm excited for new Fantastic Four. And I'm like, yes. So as far as Savage Avengers, man, yeah, I'd love to see that. But it's one of those things, it's Conan, right? So it's a licensed product. How can they do it? Maybe they'll have to fight some way to do it. But I would love to see a Savage Avengers omnibus, honestly. There's live outside comics.
Now I remember. Okay, so going back to Fiona Staples. All right. So if you remember last week, I was like, I don't care if I'm jinxing it, that Elsa Chartier.
She just emailed this again.
Yeah. Oh, just now?
Mm-hmm.
I emailed saying, would you like to do an interview on Monday? So this is past Monday. And she was on her bike messaging me. And I was like, oh, that's so funny because Fiona Staples, we thought it was her and she was on her bike.
You were so
and
squirrel girl.
Then she never answered back. And I was like, I was checking. I was like, is this a legit email? Did somebody like mess with me? And I was getting sad. And then I was like, no, okay. There are other emails from her. And then she emailed me back. She's like, yeah, I'd love to be on the channel. So yay. I just was like, no way. Is somebody messing with me? Remember when David Rich, for a month, you didn't believe. You were like, somebody's messing with me.
Until I got Red Hulk Omnibus in the mail, I need to answer this one.
Mm-hmm.
I did not believe that was real. I'm a person that likes to.
As we learned, you should doubt, not just take.
Well, yeah, it's
emails are more.
My type of personality is like I don't believe something until I'm physically holding
reliable.
it in my hand. So I didn't want to say anything about the move because we still, we had to go through inspection and all that. It's just I don't believe in something until it's happening, and that's the way I've always been. So with David, yeah, it was.
You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith.
What is that? What was that? Was that a song?
Bryan Adams.
Bryan Adams sings "You Gotta Have Faith."
Is it the name of "You Gotta Have Faith"?
I don't think he did that dance number though. Hey Omar, hope you and Melanie are having a great day. It's going okay,
better,
brother.
Isn't it, baby?
Being here does take my mind off of the things going on in life. But thank you all. So thank you all for being here. And smash that like button, please. That helps with YouTube algorithms. Hey, Omar, hope you and Melanie are having a great day. I know you aren't a huge fan of Brian Michael Bendis, but which series written by him is your favorite? Mine is Ultimate Spider-Man. I have to go with Secret Wars. I really like Secret War. I thought Secret War was a great series that gave me hope for his Avengers. And I like, probably I would have to go with Daredevil. Even though Daredevil is really padded out, I still enjoy his Daredevil. I thought it was good.
Hey, BJ.
Hey, what's up, man?
A good channel as well.
Oh, dude, that brought back a lot of memories of reading Milestone. I hope they keep going. I'm not sure I like the mapping, though, of it. But BJ Kicks, man, has a great channel, everybody. He's a really good guy. Has a nice voice. And does unboxings and overviews and reviews of things on his channel. So everybody should go check him out. He's a great dude. Hi, Omni. I missed last week's
chat. Thank you, Matt, for the super chat.
Matt Herndy. Just stopping by to say hi. And what should I read next? Preacher, Omni, Why the Last Man, or the Milestone Compendium? Milestone isn't finished. So wait on that. Hopefully we'll get a volume 2 and they'll collect the Worlds Collide story arc in there. Finally. Why the Last Man is a little bit shorter. And it's all in one if you have the omnibus. So go with that. And then Preacher, because it's just phenomenal. And then take a break, because you're not going to be reading anything as good for a while. Nah, I'm kidding. Never stop reading.
Let's see. So I started this a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Omar, is Ultimate X-Men Omni Volume 2 out of print again, or simply out of stock?
I think that one's out of stock. I know Volume 1, the direct market's out of print right now. But those, I think, with the new distributor, PRH, I think those are books that they'll keep coming back. Like, I think Marvel's figured out exactly how many to print for a little bit and then come back later on and reprint them. But like I said, because they're smaller print runs. So I think that's one of the good things that has happened out of this relationship between a new distributor and Marvel Comics. Yeah, people really love Powers, his independent stuff. I know people really enjoy Sam and Twitch. The guys from Spawn. Omar, my sensei, what's up, buddy? Please stop me from dropping $150 on Punisher Max by Jason Aaron Omnibus. Given how sensitive the political climate is and how politically incorrect that book is, do you smell a reprint? I haven't heard, but keep in mind our reprint poll is going up next month or this month. So maybe we can make that happen. I'm subscribed to BJ's channel a couple days ago. There you go, Gabriel. At this rate, they'll need 4 volumes to finish Milestone Collection. Absolutely. Man, it's so good. I wish they had given it the love and care that it needed, though, because those Crime Syndicate scans are pretty rough. It's like somebody just took a scan and like, yeah, that's good enough. Put it in the book. They're lucky they're getting this.
Hey, Melanie, can you give us a look behind the curtain for possible February book club candidates? Also, if someone wanted to join the book club, how would someone go about that? Well, for number one, nope. I got to think about this afternoon. Give us suggestions in the chat.
Turncoat? I've been wanting to read that.
Yeah, because Alex Project Viking suggested this, and I ordered it. This was months ago from Amazon. It never came in, and then you bought it. So
I've been wanting to read it.
This could be. What if we did Independence this month? That's what, or more into. You know what I'm saying? Like not the major two.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's the theme. And not romantic because of Valentine's Day, just that.
So how does somebody join the book club?
It's in the $7.77 tier to join the book club, because that's the engagement where you do Ask Me Anything and early access videos and voting and Discord.
Just rewatched Daredevil Series 1. Need to dive into some comics, and I do enjoy defending Bendis. No need to defend.
Do it.
You are entitled to love whatever you want to. You don't have to apologize for anything. Hi, is there a Longbow Hunters Omni and Inferno prologue in danger of going out of print? Longbow Hunters did go out of print, but it's coming back. So, it came back, I'm sorry. And I think it was one of those books that got lost through all the COVID stuff that was happening, but it came back into print.
Are these the 3?
Yes. According to the video of upcoming Omnibus, looks like September 2022 is Omnigeddon all over again. I'm sure those dates will shift, my dude. Just in case, I always say the dates might shift a little bit. Look how much like February shifted into March already. So, what is your favorite horror comic of all time? The EC Comics line. It never got better than that to me. Books that were written in the 50s. They are phenomenal book cutters right there, my love.
No, wait.
Okay. It's some of the best written, not just horror comics, but comics ever. They're amazing. They're coming out in trade paperback format from Dark Horse if you want to check it out.
Do you want to show our email address in?
Yes, so we do. We take artwork, donations, books that you want to send our way.
This is from Out of the House Media.
We have this is our P.O. Box, Near Mint Condition P.O. Box 1678, Versailles, Kentucky 40383. And in case you can't send us anything physical and you live far away, we realize that it's expensive. nearmintcon@gmail.com is our email address. So thank you all that have sent us things in the past.
Yeah, here.
Are these stickers or magnets? Okay.
So this is from Snoopy Comics.
I'm a longtime fan of your channel.
I love that cover. That is a really cool perspective.
I recently started my own comic book company, Snoopy Comics, and I'm giving you the first issue of my first 2 titles, Munch and Super Nana and Cap App. I have a few questions that you may be answered to, if it's not too much. I'll put out my first issue of Munch in November of 2020. Is it a good idea to reissue a number 1 with changes? I love that. Yes, especially if you're coming out with collected editions. We were just talking about that. I think it's number 1s will always sell better, right, than number 2s. Will it offend my new fan base and lower the long-term value of the book for those who already bought issue 1? I think a lot of independent comics are going that route of like mini series route. And instead of calling them like issue 1 through 10 or whatever, like it'll be like a season 2 or a series 3. So I will take the time to answer this though. But thank you so much. This is from Snoopy Comics. Shannon. Thank you, Shannon.
Yeah.
And there's some stickers in here. This is really cool. This looks like
magnets.
If this is magnets, that's going on the fridge, baby.
I like this art, and the other one looks really cute.
I love when people are. These
spoilers. Thank you.
There are some magnets in here.
We will check this out.
Super Nana and Cap App. Thank you
so much. Let me get these couple of super chats.
Newbie Comics. What's up, Mark? How you doing, buddy? Hey, bud, Omar. Any chance of an out-of-print Batman Golden Age, especially 6 through 8, getting a reprint? I don't really want to drop $300 per book. I haven't heard, and honestly, they hardly ever reprint those. Like, outside of a volume 1 and I think volume 2, I don't think they've ever reprinted much of the Golden Age stuff. So I haven't heard my dude. I'm so sorry. I hope one day we will, and I hope one day DC emails me back and maybe I can answer some questions. Just
Thank
read
you,
Green
Eric.
Arrow Year 1. Thank you for the super chat. Just read Green Arrow Year 1 and loved it. What should I read next for Green Arrow? If you want to go with classic stuff, the Longbow Hunters Volumes 1 and 2 are the Mike Grell run on Green Arrow, and they are phenomenal. To this day, stand the test of time. They're not dialogue heavy at all. They're really easy to read, and some mature content in there, and it's a different take on Ollie. He never really goes by Green Arrow. He doesn't use any of his trick arrows like in the past. It's so good. There's also like Hard Traveling Heroes. I enjoyed the Kevin Smith run on Green Arrow, Judd Winnick. Well, let's see, Kevin Smith, then Brad Meltzer, then Judd Winnick's run. Judd Winnick is phenomenal. None of the Chuck Dixon run has been collected outside of the Connor Hawk miniseries, and I enjoyed that stuff. But keep in mind, reading Chuck Dixon's Green Arrow is like reading the Mike Barron run on Flash, meaning it's a different Green Arrow. So those are my suggestions. Nearly every printing of Tick Number 1 had different extras and sometimes little changes. That's awesome.
The weekly DC fish shake. The weekly shame of being a DC fan.
DC.
Here, I'm still trying to open this.
The weekly shame of being a DC fan.
This is from Gavin.
Oh yeah, this came from overseas.
It says confectionery. Oh.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
It means candy.
Still can't believe how fast those Golden Age Batman 6 through 8 shot up in price. The reason those books shoot up in price, or any books, like somebody was just saying how much Excalibur Volume 1 sells for, is because people are willing to pay that price. So a lot of people on Amazon third party have a bot set. So no matter what price the book sells for, they will up the price. So automatically the bot will. What's the best work by Daniel Way?
Wolverine.
I heard he's got a cooking career, like he's a cook.
I suppose that'd be for the chat.
Comic. The best thing I read by Daniel Way was Gun. Oh, what was that series called? Gun. Oh my goodness. It was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Your mom.
I did not like his Deadpool. I did not like his Wolverine origins. Not Gun Theory. That doesn't sound like. It's a series published by Marvel. There was. Oh, you know what? I really liked this. Tangled Web issues. That's what I really liked.
Cadbury.
Oh, it is candy. Oh my gosh.
I told you, crunchy cocoa pieces, both rich and creamy. I
Yep,
still got
there
my
goes the rest
chocolate from Estonia that I've been nibbling on, making it last.
Gunderbolt. No, I did not like his Thunder. What is it? The Thunderbolts Red. I'll be honest, man. I can't like. What was it called? He did some Tangled Web short stories. I really enjoyed those. And I cannot remember what the heck. Is it Gun Theory? Now I'm gonna have to look that up. I can't believe I'm looking up the Daniel Way thing.
Look, it's wrapped. Gavin, thank you so much for the candy.
I packed that sucker tight. What's in here?
Oh, you're Gavin.
Maybe.
Oh, no. Hey, this looks cool. The Chimpanzee Complex. I like that
Legend
cover.
of the Hawkman.
That reminds me of Saga. The Legend.
Happy birthday, Omar. You've often said that Gotham Central is one of your favorite omnis. Not sure if you've read this. Lark's Hawkman. I have not. Came out during your wilderness years, and as far as I know, not collected yet by DC. International Editions to the rescue. Holy crap.
That's cool.
No, I've never read this. Wait, Michael Lark drew a Hawkman story? You're right. This must have been when I was out of comics. Dude, this is awesome,
right,
Gavin.
This one's really interesting to me because it's space. And I'm digging the art.
How has DC not published this? Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
It's this art.
That's okay. Wow. Dude, thank you so much. I'm going to use it again. Badass.
Okay.
Look, Superman shows up.
I'm going to read this one.
Who's the writer then? Oh, Ben Rabb. You know, I was just talking about Ben Rabb, how he finished out like a lot of the comic books in the 90s that
really cool.
were about to be canceled, like Excalibur or what was it, X-Men and Spidey 2099.
Yeah, and the spine on the book has an image. It's number 5.
Yeah, it's connecting image. It's what they do overseas. This is really awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm glad you could join us, Elise.
Haven't been online as much as last month. I'm using a really old laptop while mine gets fixed. I hope yours gets fixed and it's not too expensive.
I'm gonna try this candy right now.
Gunderbolts. It's not Gunderbolts. My daughter 5 showed me a book, explain what a spine is. I asked
daughter
her.
Number 5.
No,
no, age 5.
But thank you.
Not daughter number 5.
I asked her if her librarian taught her that. No, I learned it from Omar. Gracias, brother.
Oh.
That brings a smile to my face.
Oh, that reminds me. I've got that box of comics to look through to see if they're appropriate for the school.
You tell your little girl that she is allowed to decide if Brian Michael Bendis and Daniel Way are for her or not. Do not let this guy drive her away from those awesome stories that she may love. Unpopular comic book opinion. Oh, man. Really, man? Mike, I'm trying to keep it positive. All right. Positive and honest. Civil War. Oh, I hate Civil War, the comic. Sorry, man. That's one of my most unpopular opinions. Not a fan at all. Not a fan at all. Love the artwork. Love the artwork. Unpopular comic opinion. I think that's one of my biggest one. I am
just mentioning I started cutting this and it says easy open and close.
I strongly have a distaste for Civil War. And yeah, I still stick by that. Civil War 2 was
David loves Civil War.
I love Civil War. Good, man, doesn't mean that you don't have to like it. It's just my opinion. It means no, Civil War 2 was not as bad, at least in my eyes, but equally as it is equally as bad. It's so bad.
You want a piece of chocolate?
Yeah, exactly. Civil War did
chocolate?
Speedball dirty, right? No, baby, I'm okay.
Why don't you like Bendis? Talking Heads.
A lot of it.
Everybody sounds the same.
No, he has different voices, but I don't know. He doesn't.
Oh well, I meant in general.
Yeah,
no, not.
You know, you had the wise ass, the hero. Like it just, I don't know. It wasn't for me. His writing style is very it's a decompressed way of storytelling that I wasn't fond of.
Wait, decompressing or compressing?
Compressing, like because okay, so like
his stories are compressed.
Well, no, like he takes 6 issues to tell a one. Oh, I gotta take this.
Okay, so he takes 6 issues to tell a simple story.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah. What's the opposite of? It's not decompressed. No announcements yet, and thank you. It's a wig. My hair. It would be cool if it really was like that. So Omar just went to take a phone call because his father is in the hospital. So Carnage and Venom suck. Oh, is that your unpopular comic book opinion? So, yeah, some people don't. I like Venom better than Carnage. Mike, thanks for the super chat. Did I hear right? It's your birthday? No, his birthday's March the 14th. I think that was from the joke of like, hey, happy birthday, Omar. Answer my question. So, yeah, thanks though, Mike Irish. I'm sure we'll use it to buy a beer. We'll set out $5 from the whole shebang. So let's see. Oh yeah, that's an unpopular opinion. Omar rating Batman a 6 out of 10 as an occult detective. Let's see. Hey, how's it going at the Bell Show? Okay. Yeah, it's. I was trying to convince Omar it's okay to have fun and to go on with things and not to feel guilty when something's going bad and you're really worried. So that's my advice for today is you keep going and it's okay to be happy and have fun even if something really bad is going on. It doesn't mean that you don't care. So there is my psychological tip for the day. I have not read Velvet. What is it about? Andrew's saying Omar likes cheap beer, so the super chat will go a long way for that not Fall City. Big City beer.
I'm not mad.
Here.
Thompson.
Why don't you scoot back over? Was that just an update?
Yeah. No.
Everything's safe.
Yeah, I gotta go over there. Avengers Omnibus reprint. I haven't heard Sergio any of them, and Velvet is awesome. I have such a crush on the main character. So Ed Brubaker and
Ronimus
Steve
Prime
Upton.
Rib was asking if I read Velvet. So is it boxed up somewhere?
Yes, it is boxed up right now. Melanie, it's been a tough year as a teacher, but being there for classroom kiddos is what keeps me going.
Rick, I forgot your teacher. I was thinking you were a student.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? She has a hard time.
She said miss school.
Melanie, what's your favorite Hulk story?
Yeah, Rick, yes, thank you. I'm starting to get more connected to my students as well. I'm starting to get my passion back. So it's definitely not going easier, but my chest doesn't hurt every day while I'm at work. So I don't have She-Hulk because I've never read Hulk. I wanted to read Maestro Hulk, but the book club, they didn't vote for it.
Maestro. It's so good.
What? Maestro.
Carnage and Venom do suck on Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pops. To get that delicious center, how many licks does it take to get to the center with their tongues? The world would never know. None.
Oh, okay, I get it. That took me a second.
Tough times are the best reason to create good times.
I was giving psychological advice.
Thank you. Hey, Omar, you ever thought about adding a monthly Omni giveaway to Patreon backers? Bro, I give away so much. I mean, I guess I could. Sure, I'll think about it. That's a good idea. Sure. It's a good idea. Thank you.
Maybe that's something that I could do.
You want to do that? You want to be in charge of that?
Because, yeah, you got too much to do.
So thank you, Cesar, for bringing that up. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Anything to improve our Patreon and, Omar, when are you going to announce the Michelini Bagley Omnibus? I love this. I told you I'd be reminding you until we get it. You got to keep reminding me, man.
Which do I like better? Hamlet. Whatever it is Hamlet. Because I really don't like Shakespeare. But I like Hamlet. So there.
There was a cover note in saying the birthday present was early to get it on the same international shipping. Plus, things can be slow. Yeah. My birthday's not until March, but man, that was really sweet, dude. I've never read that story, so awesome. Ben Rabb and Michael Lark.
When I'm opening right now, I don't know who it's from. Oh,
it's from Canada.
Is that the name? No, that's
Declaration. That's a declaration.
Rudy?
It's from Lee Editions. So let's say Lee Editions. Wait, is it a book?
Yes. If you were on, thank you. And this is some nice packaging. I don't want to cut it because I don't want to cut the book.
Not only is that good advice, Melanie, as someone who lost my mother a couple of years ago, I'd say it's crucial advice. Thank you. She does give good advice. Her and the girls have been amazing. Hey Omar, which Swamp Young do you recommend? Bronze, Collins, Snyder, Omnis. Something. More? Are you talking about Morse? Or out of these? I really like Nancy Collins. It's a different, don't expect Alan Moore something, but it's a different take on Swamp Thing, and it's really good. I really enjoy it. Just curious, are we going to keep getting the preview of Savage Sword line? Yes, you will. I wasn't expecting the most insightful comment on life I heard today coming from a YouTube channel.
Well, good. I'm glad to help.
What'd you say?
I said I was telling you that don't feel guilty for having fun and moving on in life when something really bad happens and you're worried about somebody you really love.
Man.
So you just keep on going, and it's okay to have fun.
Are we gonna have to vote for War of the Kings Omnibus #1 to get a reprint? No.
Here, can we show this?
Omar, why do you hate Mark Miller? I don't hate Mark Miller. I just don't like his writing. I'm sure he's a wonderful human being. I just don't really enjoy a lot of his stuff.
Okay. This who sent it? Marco Rudy, and it's signed.
Okay. So this is RDW. It finally came in. Okay. Yeah, he was wondering if we were gonna get...
Look at that cool dramatic sword. And the face is different through the sword and the blood, or it's a reflection.
Is this published in Canada?
I think so. It's suggested for mature readers. And let's take a look at the art. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. Ta-da!
That looks awesome.
Wow.
That's like
eyeball.
Is it
fierce?
Look painted like
that's what I was
Alex
thinking.
Ross,
Here.
Doug Braith.
Ooh, look at that paneling with the tree branches. That's creative. Thank you so much for sending this.
Who signed it?
Marco Rudy. Mm-hmm. It's created, written, penciled, and painted The Micro Rudy and edited by Kirsten Ann Thompson, lettered by Taylor Esposito. No, probably not Esposito. Yeah, Esposito.
That
I wonder if this is an all-in-one.
Okay. Thank you for sending this our way.
Depicts elements of substance abuse, addiction, withdrawal, PTSD in a military context. Try to respect and convey these elements to the best of my ability. With dragons.
I like dragons. Keep your head up, Omar. I know you're going through a lot of stress right now. We love you, brother. Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you all. And thank you to my wife for telling me to do the show. Now, it's after the show. I got to go to the hospital and take some books with me to read to keep my mind occupied. Currently dealing with family stuff, too. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. My girlfriend and I tell each other that you can't fill other cups if your cup isn't full. So it is important to recharge mentally and emotionally. Best wishes. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Some good words of advice.
Thank you. Can Beast Boy transform into Killer Croc or Shark Man?
Sure. I think. Yeah. I mean, they're animal anthropomorphic. I guess it could work. Although he only transforms into animals, beasts,
they're not.
Yeah, they're not anthropomorphic.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe if he tries really hard.
Ooh, let's see. David got a copy.
It was a Kickstarter by Rudy. Oh, awesome. Well, I will definitely check that out, man.
Yeah, and Marvel is saying it's very much like Alex Ross. Nice
yeah, it looks like a really nice cover. Thank you. That was really sweet of him sending it my way. I remember him checking if we got it, and I was like, oh, I don't think so. So,
what's your favorite Green Day song? That's not Buddy Holly. Wait, Green Day had a Buddy Holly song?
That was Weezer.
I was thinking Weezer, yeah, and I love that song.
Wait a minute. Is this what I do? Is this dangling fruit?
Or me that I can't figure out? It's George Michael and I'm Brian Adams.
Faith? You gotta have faith. That
song?
Yeah, that's George Michael.
Okay, well, you didn't recognize
the whole time I'm trying to think, what Brian Adams song are you trying to sing?
Okay. I get Bon Jovi and what's his name confused too. What's the other guy you like?
Oh my gosh. Bruce Springsteen and Bon Jovi? How?
They both have B names.
Are they both from Jersey? I think they're both from Jersey.
My favorite Green Day song is Basket Case. I mean, I don't care that it's the popular one.
It is the popular one, but that was the one that
one.
When I was in high school, so I'm going with that one too.
What's the best reading lamp for reading comics in bed? Do you all have suggestions? Because I would like that suggestion. We'll have room for a lamp next to the bed.
All right, we'll get
that's not stuck against
we'll get
the
some
wall
we'll get some sponsors fighting over sending us a reading lamp. That's how we do it. And then we'll give away the lamps we don't like. And this show will now be reviewing reading lamps.
No, but that is a really good question. They're both from Jersey. There you go. Unreal. Thank you. Look.
Yeah, and your job here is done. We are Ben Omni Dog.
Love seeing that penny drop. Wait, I don't get it.
My favorite Green Day song is Flagpole Sitta.
Oh, wait, no, it's not. That's
not
the band that you don't like, right? You say there's a guy just dancing in the background.
What is their name? Mighty Bussins.
No, they did another song. Who does Flagpole Sitta?
You guys are killing my wife with her brain. Jave Sutter, that's two of us that want a Captain Carrot Omni. Yes.
Did you have Captain Carrot over here? There's a tray.
That's Flaming Carrot. Oh. Get your carrots right. Hey, Omar, you saw Astro City coming back with new issues. Yes, man. And then collected editions. And then Kurt Busiek himself on Twitter, I think, said that they're looking at maybe doing some hardcovers too later on. So, yeah, that would be really cool. I would love that.
Like Harvey Danger. Thank you. That's what it is.
Hey, what's going on, Joaquim?
Yeah, check out
How are you, buddy?
Too.
Yeah, Unreal Punk and Brian.
It's going good. We rushed, and now we're just waiting for our closing day at the end of the month.
Thank you, brother.
I hope your new job is, or that you found a new job. I hope the job hunt went well. And Mike Irish, thank you. Look, giving beer money. Gotta go, but I will offer up my rosary for your dad, bro.
Thanks,
I had a medically fragile son who passed away in 2019. I know all too well the pressures of having loved ones in the hospital. Well, thank you for sharing.
I'm so sorry, brother.
And
that sucks. That is a different type of pain right there that nobody should have to go through. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
So, Harvey Danger. Harvey Danger is the one. Gotcha.
Who was that? Was that Rebel by Design breaking the internet again? That was her fault?
The Kazaa, I don't remember Kazaa. I remember LimeWire.
I remember LimeWire, more so Napster.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams is
from Green Day.
Emmanuel's favorite. Thanks for the super chat bar. My girlfriend really loves young adult fantasy books. I'm trying to get her into comics. Any recommendations? Lydia liked, was that young adult Lumberjanes?
Mm-hmm. Totally young adult. It's not much fantasy though. I'm trying to think of like the princess that rescued herself. I think is one that it was coming out by Greg Pak. I would say saga, but that is mature content. But that is beautifully done.
Yeah, that's
fantasy. Definitely not young adult.
Even
Wizards,
not even just the tone of it. You know, there's a tone to young adult.
There's a beautiful book, A Wizard's Tale. It was originally now it's published by IDW. You can still find a really cheap copy of it. It's one of my hidden gems. No, I actually made it in my top 10 IDW books. It's Kurt Busiek. It's got some beautiful artwork. Comics to read for Magic or Emma Frost. Good comics to read. Oh, the Bill Sienkiewicz era of New Mutants has a lot of good Magic moments. Emma Frost, Dark Phoenix Saga is where she was first introduced. And when she started becoming good is during the Scott Lobdell run, like a good guy, after she wakes up from her coma. Then she leads Generation X, but Grant Morrison's run really changed the character to the character that you know today.
You know what? Let's get the super chat and then advertise. While
please use your powers to sweet talk Marvel into putting together a Richard Rider epic collection. Oh my goodness, wow. Yes, that is super chat. Nova. That is my favorite Nova. I would love that. I love an omnibus of that era too. And you would need two? You would need 2 epics, right? 2 epics and 1 omni. It would be all and done. If you live in Europe, by the way, and you're looking for some of these books to pre-order from the big 2, from DC or Marvel, check out waltzcomicshop.com. They're located in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and DC books within the EU. Flat rate shipping of €9.90 for all EU countries. Extremely careful and sturdy packaging. They will answer emails within 24 hours. waltzcomicshop.com. You get out-of-print books there too. And if you write the code near mint condition, all uppercase, all one word at the checkout, you get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order. Waltz Comic Shop.
Waltz Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding. I wonder if I sing it different every week.
I don't know.
Brian was asking if we'll still have the Saturday stream when we move.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I will make that happen. Dude, I was at a convention in Baltimore and I still made it happen. So, yes, of course I will.
I was sitting like on the bare living room floor.
What's up, Kristen? Kristen has a great show with my other co-host, Wonder Maddie. They're on Omnibros Live, or Omnibus Collectors Group, sorry. It's Fangirls. Showed up right when Green Day was mentioned. Perfect timing. They're my favorite. Oh, awesome. I didn't know you liked Green Day that much. Yeah, We Are Van Omnidog was trying to mess with us. Best superhero cartoon theme. X-Men. Defenders of the Earth.
X-Men.
You like X-Men that much?
Yeah, not Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Radioactive Spider-Man. Yeah, X-Men has an awesome.
Defenders of the Earth, Silverhawks,
Defenders of the Earth.
Yeah, I wanted those guys to write the intro to my
life when you're bored.
My wedding theme. So,
what?
But
instead, you got Vampire Hunter D's theme, and the DJ did not play Xenogears ending theme. So sad. Will you announce any Marvel Omnibus reprints this spring?
Yes. I sure will.
Magic Rex.
Okay, so this is good. The Magic miniseries. That's where she becomes Magic. New X-Men Quest for Magic. That's when she returns. Because if you read Inferno, you see what happens. And then if you read X-Men 303, something bad happens to her. Uncanny X-Men by Kieran Gillen. Yes, that has a lot of magic. As well as Bendis. Bendis is the one that gave her the costume. I say a lot of things about Bendis, but I really think that, if not for him, the popularity of magic wouldn't really be there as big as it is. And Chris Bachalo's wonderful designs. You're never late, Adam. You arrive just when you want to.
Yeah. Or when it the wizard quote?
Hola, hola todos. Perdón por llegar tarde. What's going on? Is that Superman Blue trade paperback in the thumbnail still in print? It is. It is still in print. I had to buy it for my reading order because I thought my Superman Transformed was good enough, and it's missing so many freaking issues. Part 2 of that Superman reading order is just gonna make me angry the whole time.
Jacob, if you're asking about Walt's Comic Shop, right, it's the EU, not Europe.
Oh, yes, correct. EU.
Captain Planet, that is a good song, but X-Men's the right answer.
Look.
Spectacular. Batman the Animated Series. And Thundercats. My sister and I, we would sing along and we try to hold out the S at the end for as long as possible before we ran out of breath. X-Men Evolution. I didn't really watch that, so I don't know. Oh, Danger Mouse, though. Well, that's not a superhero song.
That's a good song, though.
There's Banana Man, and he's a superhero.
It's Banana Man.
Banana
Big
Man.
guy. What's up, Project Viking? Good to have you here, man.
This magic moment.
Also,
Justice League theme. That is very epic, but no, I didn't really like it.
Rebel by Design. Also, don't read the Emma Frost solo. Spare yourself. It's so weird. Like, I remember talking to Greg Horn, and he was a cover artist. And on the cover art of Emma Frost, you know, she's super sexy, like...
Suggestion for the clip.
You know, super sexy. The way that Emma Frost looks in her outfits now. But the inside of the book is her, like, teenage years. He didn't know that. He was just told to draw covers of Emma Frost.
Right.
And when he thinks of Emma Frost... So in like issue 4, it started changing to her like holding her books, her and her friends goofing around. But the first 3 issues are her like spread eagle sitting there looking like
and you explained
what's her name
that
from
to
Basic
me.
Instinct.
I would get mad when there were people on the cover that weren't in the book. You were like, because they're not told what the book's about.
Yeah, look at every Adam Hughes.
Communication.
One of my favorite Adam Hughes cover was in that Tomb Raider book where she's just sitting like she's on a beach with her sunglasses, right? But the whole issue she's covered up because she's on top of like a mountain that's frozen, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they told me to draw, you know."
No, Mark, it does. That was the question. I don't care. We said Powerpuff Girls. I still have the oh shoot, what was the name of that? Something of Villains, Heroes and Villains. The CD they put out. Oh, that's such a good CD. Silverhawks. This guy loves Silverhawks. Gummy bears.
My brother
that's
said
your
that.
brother.
My brother said that's his wedding thing.
Everywhere.
You want to get monetized?
Megan Stripser, thank you. Melanie's right about not feeling guilty about doing fun stuff.
On the other hand,
oh, thank you. I didn't know what that meant. Oto, don't feel like you have to do this every week. We will understand.
I think
he really likes structure.
Well, and I also need.
Wait, no, you don't. You really like being. What's the word?
Tell me what I like to be. Please.
This is really important to you, but you also like being spontaneous.
I do.
There you go.
Walt ships to the UK for €14.90.
Oh.
So there you go.
Well, thanks, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Static Shock.
She hated Static
Shock.
She hated Static Shock.
I didn't hate it. I just didn't get into it.
Wanda Infinity. No.
Yeah. We remember Silverhawks.
Nobody remembers Tiger Sharks. Everybody.
I do. Not the song.
You got a tiger by the tail. Hold on. Tiger Sharks was. Hey,
Daddy.
What a special surprise. How are you, dude?
Yeah.
Good. It was free, so I thought I'd stop by. I hope that's okay. Just do that
It's
right
absolutely okay.
Okay.
We got to change the background from me and Curtis.
You want to?
No, it's
Maddie,
fine.
we were just talking about, it started out with cartoon superhero themes, but now it's gone to others as well. Tick. Yeah.
We talk about gummy bears because.
Yes, somebody
That's
did.
Somebody did talk about gummy bears.
Here, do
Oh,
you want
man.
to change the background?
Sure.
Or what?
No.
I mean, I don't know. I guess, yeah, it is a little.
What's
busy.
your favorite theme?
Or is it gummy bears?
It might be gummy bears.
What about superhero?
Or like, superhero?
That was technically the question.
I guess X-Men, but it's not a song you can sing along with.
Do 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 do. Sure you can. Do it, Maddie.
Make your own.
No. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Mask is one of my favorites too, and there's an extended Mask intro. Like it's extended out there. I love that song. She knows it. Inhumanoids,
even the girls like listen to the old 80s.
Oh, does Freakazoid count? I always liked Freakazoid.
Yes! That was a good one.
There's never enough Freakazoid.
Oh, there's
wow,
always.
Nobody has ever said that. That's awesome,
There's
Maddie.
too much Freakazoid.
No.
I actually did a video on the books I'm excited for, and the one I get to announce this week is the one I'm probably most excited for. So, just check that out. Power Rangers theme song. Who was that? Wasn't Wazenberg? I remember my buddy.
Oh, all the Power Rangers theme songs are great. All of them are good.
They're all going somewhere. Go.
Yeah.
Go
People
power.
saying hi, Maddie.
Hello.
What about street sharks? Did you mean street sharks?
No.
Tiger sharks. Okay.
Tiger Sharks. It was part of the comic strip.
SWAT cats. Oh, and that was
That's a
so
good
well
animation.
animated. Oh man. Tiger
See,
Sharks,
he knows
Karate Cat.
Karate Cat was part of the or the comic strip.
New challenger, Mad Maddie.
That's how we should do intros. I wish we could have more things we could do with StreamYard where we're like, new challenger has appeared.
Oh, we could.
Maddie
We could-
silhouette.
Cool.
Oh, just
Yeah.
add like a little video thing. We could do that.
I'm gonna put you in charge of that.
Okay. I'm gonna put Andrew in charge of it.
Okay. I like that you're like giving it to someone else. Passing the book.
Maddie,
I like that.
or Maddie, Andrew, you still in the chat?
I am excited for Trial of the Amazons. It looks really cool. I was worried at first because the first picture that came out didn't have Donna in it. And I was like, I don't know about this. But since then, there's been more art like by Joelle Jones. It looks phenomenal. And Donna is there. So I am very excited now.
And Martin's saying that you're the reason he got into Junji Ito manga.
Look at
Martin.
that. You did that. Not Junji Ito himself.
Thank you.
Mad.
Yeah.
So glad.
SWAT cats are coming back?
Nah, Josh is trying to make everything come back. I don't believe him.
I don't know, but with comebacks, sometimes they're usually not good.
Yeah, we tried to watch the
Reboot.
Rocco's Modern Life movie, and you were
No,
like,
it just wasn't the same.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
like
I haven't
Rocco's
watched
Modern
it yet. I like the original, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the same.
I usually wait until Kristen's in the chat because she's a big Nickelodeon person and reads like the new Nickelodeon comics and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
Does
I
she
always
have-
wait to see what she says, and if she likes it, then I'll go.
does she have a tattoo of Nickelodeon characters anywhere?
I don't know. She has a lot of that
Kristen,
stuff in her house, though.
Do you like that? Like, what's your favorite Nickelodeon show, Kristen? The intro to the G.I. Joe movie animated version was good. My daughter and I watched that a couple of years ago.
Andrew's on it.
All right,
Someone
Andrew.
asked about my Monkey Island thing.
This is a
I've got
Kickstarter.
Did you play it,
Mm-mm.
Omar?
It's a PC game, right? Oh my gosh.
I got the limited run
Wow.
games thing.
Gosh, that thing is huge.
So I already took all the stuff out, but it comes with like a shadow box and a figure and all the games on floppy and on thumb drive.
Wow.
And
so
That
you
is
really like the
cool.
game.
like
is
a really cool like art book and like development book. This is huge.
How? So it's just for nostalgia, right? Like you can't
Yeah,
play
so
floppy.
limited run games, they do like physical releases of some games that don't get physical, and they do big collections of stuff. So when this got announced, we were like, well, Ellie and I got like we started dating because of Monkey Island, basically.
Oh wow.
So
That's
we had to buy the whole thing.
Wow.
I didn't even know there were that many Monkey Island games. Somebody said gotta catch them
5.
all. So
I
yes,
sa-
there are 2 more Spidey announcements, and they'll be on the same video.
I sang that in class a few months ago, and I'm like, sing along, and like 2 kids kind of did. I'm like, you guys know the Pokemon theme song.
Tailspin.
Tailspin. Spin it when you get it because you made it. Tailspin.
Yeah, that's sort of like it. Happy to see so many people requesting the Bagley Michelini Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
It'll be a big book though, right? With all the annuals and everything.
Street Fighter style challenger intros.
Get on
I
it,
like
Andrew.
the Smash Brothers, like with the silhouette.
Oh
And
yeah, like
Challenger
so and
has
so
it.
enters the
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
I think
enters
that'd be
the frame.
cute.
Make a theme song for NMC.
Oh, I like that.
Caesar, you're on it.
Caesar.
We'll delegate-
It's Caesar. Look
Did
where
I say Caesar?
You said
I'm
Caesar.
sorry. I know it's Caesar.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Rescue Rangers.
He-Man was good. I think I like She-Ra more because she moved a lot more sensual. Is that
You're
the right word I'm
kidding.
looking
That's so
for?
unlike
She
you.
was, yeah. She was very.
Thank you, Rick, here for the super chat. How is Nocetti?
The Sentis.
Nocenti's DD Run. Good or overrated?
I would never say it's overrated. It is excellent, but it wasn't until I got on the internet that I found out that people also hate her run, and I thought,
I've
what?
only heard that
I
it was
thought
good.
it was.
I
I
haven't read
thought it was really good. People hate it, and I understand now years later why. Because the same reason people hate Mark Waid's run on Daredevil, it's different than the previous runs that came before it. It's a little more lighthearted than what happened, even though she takes them through Inferno and everything. But it's
Zdarsky likes it.
it's a different take on Daredevil than Frank Miller. So if you're expecting like continuation of Frank Miller's run, no, that's not what happens in her
I think
run.
that's hard for a lot of people. If you get used to a certain way.
Oh yeah.
I
How do you
understand.
follow up all these like Frank Miller? How do you follow up Alan Moore?
Yeah.
Like you do your own thing is what you do, and she did.
Hey, thank you, Bar, for the super chat. Question for you, Maddie.
Yeah.
Do you have any good
Thanks for
recommendations?
asking. Any good YA fantasy comics for my girlfriend? Better if it's sapphic too. Yeah, I think my biggest one that comes to mind is Cosmo Knights. That's my go-to right now. I read that last year. You can read it as a webcomic. The collected edition's also wonderful, and that is these group of girls that are in space, a bunch of like mecha. So it's like sci-fi fantasy, but they're like rescuing princesses and stuff in order so they don't have to be married off to like kings of far-off planets or whatever. But you have to win the princess has to be like a mech battle. It's very cool. But if you're looking for pros, please go read. I was gonna say Iron Winnow, but actually no, that probably wouldn't fit. But yeah, definitely Cosmo Knights.
And it's young adult, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hard for me to recommend because there's not a lot of young adult fantasy, but there's a lot of adult fantasy comics out there.
Yeah, I keep thinking about non-fantasy. A lot of like anything by First Second. I need like Tilly Walden books, because Tilly Walden has On a Sunbeam,
absolutely.
which is also fantasy.
Yeah.
Or Princess Ever After. Those
That's
kind
a
of
good
things.
one. Cops fighting crime in a few
Cosmo
days.
Cosmo Knights.
You two just finish each other's sentences.
And Omar, Josh Greathouse Apology.
I do. Public?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Josh. What'd I do?
I just showed you.
Oh, yeah, Josh.
SWAT Cats is coming back. There you go.
Yeah, he quickly photoshopped something that says SWAT Cats is coming back.
Yeah, he quickly did it. Thanks, Jack Barry. Anyone know if the Invader Zim comic is any good?
My brother used to have the hardcover collections, but I never read them. He loved
Zim.
Invader Zim. Did you ever read them, Maddie, or did you like
I was into the show, and I read like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, but I worry that like I've aged out of those things. I don't think I would like them as much now. But at the time that stuff was coming out, I was a lot younger, and I feel like that's kind of like weird, goofy, silly, edgy stuff I was into. But now I'd be like, no, it's not my thing, I think.
That's a good one. Kanto. I did love that
Kanto's
book.
So good.
Thank you.
And Alex,
I haven't read the
look.
second volume yet.
Because my copy never came to Amazon, and then Omar bought it. Have you read that?
I've been wanting to read it.
No, it looks so pretty.
It does.
And Paper Girl's good.
Yeah.
It's, I would say, young or younger teenage years. There are elements in there that I think I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with Lydia reading it.
Yeah, I think
middle school years, I think is good. When I think of young adult, I think of
I think middle and high school.
It's hard. Young adult's a big like.
Yeah,
I would say it's more high school to like almost, because a lot of young adult books, even like I'm sure Melanie knows too, like prose and stuff, has a lot of like heavier things going on. It's such a hard genre to tackle.
It is it covers a wide range.
I would be okay with middle schoolers reading Paper Girls, but I'm also not a teacher and responsible for what their parents are going to say.
Oh, I let kids borrow Sandman. I said, don't show your parents.
Yeah, that's a good teacher way to approach things.
Just in case. I don't know.
Important question
and
of
then
the day.
Nowadays, no, Sandman is like tame. So here's the other question for you, Maddie.
Why does Maddie not like the Dark Phoenix saga? Why, Maddie? Why?
That's just not for me. I think that's okay. Like, I was glad to read it because it's important information. But I think like
important information.
Right?
It is. I mean, for like
a dictionary.
Starman is important information.
There's certain books that are like important to know for canon and lore of like the whole series, right? I think the style of writing at that time was just not for me. It's a lot of over explanation that's not necessary, and I think that's hard for me to get into.
Okay. And I find it quaint and charming, which sounds like I'm not respecting it, but I just it's just it's different. Something that's like, oh, this is cool. Like I couldn't read like a lot of it though.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one, Jeff. Jeff is saying Magic Knight Ray Earth. Absolutely young adult. Absolutely. And I agree with that. If they like manga, if your girlfriend likes manga, then absolutely Magic Knight Ray Earth. And then you open up a door of all kinds of young adult stuff.
I didn't even recommend manga. That I could do all day.
Yeah,
if you're looking for sapphic, like fantasy manga. Yeah.
I would say probably
what about
a fourth of the manga that comes out is usually isekais, right? Like a young girl gets traveled to another world. Like there's so much of that in manga.
You could list it like in the comments, Maddie.
I would rather you message me later on Twitter. So
there you go. This is from Rick Gear. Hate Death of Superman all you want, but it got people like me to read comics, and I would not be the reader I am today without it.
I like Death of Superman.
It did. Like Death of Superman, Breaking of Batman's Back, all these little gimmicky things that we're trying in the 90s got a lot of people. Like it was on the news. And I know that's not a big deal today with the world of the internet, but back in the day, to get on the news is a big deal.
Yeah. The Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Oh, very good.
The brothers. That's all I remember.
If I need to hear it to get started on the rap. Don't maybe come on the StreamYard.
Because all I said was I did apologize.
Secret Wars is why I got FedEx into
interesting.
Comics.
Sandman to your students. That's weird. Why do you think that's weird? Just out of curiosity, is it because of the? But that was at the time when she was teaching high school. And there are some adult elements in Sandman, but...
Oh, I think that's fine. I think I would have gotten more into Sandman if I had started reading in high school.
Hello?
Bar saying my girlfriend does like anime, so she'll probably be into manga.
Oh, there you go. Wouldn't mind having a manga recommendations, too.
Oh, Maddie, can you wrap the One Piece for Kids version?
Oh, I can. I won't.
No, you should do it.
But I can.
You can? That was so horrible.
Oh, because
of course, it's so good.
Nudity.
But it's not like sex. Well, okay, they weren't sex.
What is wrong with you?
It's art.
People like you, why we can't have mouse in the classrooms.
That's why right. That's why I was like, don't show your parents. Hide it under the bed.
I would be that teacher with mouse. Don't show your parents there's naked mice in here.
Oh, hi, Michael Even. Good to see you.
Michael Edmund.
I am not a rapper. I did date one for a little too long.
Oh, that's right. You
did what?
She did.
I dated a nerdcore rapper for like 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Take care, Rick.
Sailor Moon, definitely YA. Bye, Rick.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because there's some heavier themes in Sailor Moon too, like some much heavier themes.
This is an awesome comment. I got into comics by reading Storm the Arena as a child. That makes me feel old. And I should probably speak to a professional about that. She did look good in that, though. I love all those covers.
Yeah, Ultimate Wrap-Off.
Who's rapping against Maddie? I'm not. Dude,
I can't remember the Mario Brothers one.
You and Maddie. There you go.
Oh, good. Wesker Red Mouse the other day. It's very movie.
Powerful story.
Yes, it is. All right. What is a must-read manga that you recommend besides Berserk, of course?
I'll let the ladies go first.
I feel so typical, but like Monster. I mean, that's just like I think Monster's a go-to one.
And Junji Ito.
Yeah, but I think like also I hate because I also skew too much towards these like typical like here's what dudes would recommend. But looking for like more of a feminine touch because I think a lot of people don't read shoujo because they think like they're not gonna like it, like those slice of life books.
Oh gosh, nowadays that's my favorite.
Well, they're relaxing.
Too. I don't recommend Boys Over Flowers, which is an old one, and I'm rereading it. It's a guilty pleasure. Have you ever read that?
I never read it, but I've watched every show, both like Japanese, Taiwanese.
There was live action one too.
Yeah, it's. I just want to know. I can't remember what happens next. And I'm like, but it's a guilty pleasure.
I think things like Tramps Like Us is really good. Witch Hat Atelier is a current one that's really good to get into.
Anything Rumiko Takahashi and
Chihaya Furu. It's a great one.
For me, I actually made videos about this that will be back sometime once we get everything straight with YouTube. But
Josh is in love.
Yeah, he loves Gal Gohan. But for me, it's like
did a video on it.
Twin Spica, which is now out of print, but you can still read it digitally. Mushishi. I love like X, even though it's on hiatus in Japan. I love X. It was previously called X 1999 when released here in America. It's my favorite Clamp story. I think it's just awesome because it's taking characters from like Tokyo Babylon and just making them so badass. I love it. With Rumiko Takahashi, anything by her is the correct answer. If you like horror stuff, then go with Junji Ito. I think or The Drifting Classroom is really good. It's old school horror. Kurosawa, I think, is like the modern age Osamu Tezuka. Like anything he does is just amazing. Whether it's what are you reading? I haven't read it yet. The little girl.
Asadora.
Oh
my gosh.
But Maddie's right.
Great Garlu.
Monster.
Love it.
20th Century Boys.
Yeah. Love Claymore.
What is the other one? Master Keaton. But my favorite is Pluto, just because I'm a fanboy of Astro Boy. I love it. And of course, Berserk, Blade of the Immortal, Vinland Saga.
But yeah, I think
Vagabond.
I always
Those are
recommend people
awesome.
don't ever sleep on like the slice of life or shoujo manga, because even though it says shoujo, it doesn't necessarily mean it's girly or it's romantic.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of really wonderful and like really touching slice of life manga out there that's for everybody. And I think it's relaxing. To me, it's like having a warm cup of like soup or like hot chocolate when you find a good manga to read.
Having this conversation reminds me of all these channels that are like, because I get some questions on the channel here that from people that watch other channels that are like, manga is destroying American comics.
It's
So,
never
so
done
what's
that.
funny is that, but it always has, but they're like, okay, so would your solution being like, would it be to make American comics more about boy love or slice of life? Because that's the stuff that sells, right? Like two boys crushing on each other or slice of life, and then a couple of the shoujo things. So
Well, and I think like, and this is something I've thought about a lot. I think like there's a certain audience that comics don't always do, like American comics don't always do a great job of reaching. And I think part of that is because certain types of comics like YA, like the same people that do like first, second books, those graphic novels that are straight to graphic novel, there's certain stories that having a floppy by floppy release, those aren't meant for people that are the same audience that are reading your first, second graphic novels, your manga.
right.
Because they don't want that little bit. They want to have the nice collected graphic novel as is released to them. So I
Cool.
think if you're looking towards that side of the market, you need to also consider like center your release style around that as well.
This is a
Good point,
really
yeah.
good question because we've been using the
Let's-
term slice of life.
What is slice of life?
It's a good question.
Nothing, or I was just gonna say nothing happens. It's just very nice and sweet and like regular stuff in life.
I would say typically not fantasy,
I
but
was gonna say-
sometimes
Yeah, definitely real.
there
life.
are some that do have fantasy elements,
Yes.
but it's a daily life. It centers around daily life, and those can have like some dramatic elements in it as well, but they tend to be a little more lighthearted.
Yeah. Gotcha. What about Paradise Kiss?
Oh yeah, I love that series. I have the 4 collector's
Imagine your
edition.
life is a pizza.
Christina Strain's Generation X was a slice of life manga disguised as American comics, and it ruled, and it didn't sell. You're
Oh.
absolutely right, because people that buy X-Men books didn't want things like Iceman. They didn't want things like Generation X. They wanted X-Men fighting bad dudes, and
Yeah.
it's what it is, right? It's a different art audience than the manga audience. So whenever they try to sneak things in there, it doesn't work and it doesn't sell. I mean, look at Terry Moore's what he tried to do with Runaways, right? He tried to make Runaways a little bit of slice of life right after Joss Whedon's run, and it tanked. It
Yeah,
didn't
I
sell at
still
all.
think it's a marketing thing too.
That's a good
I
point.
think you just have to be smarter about where you're marketing those things.
Mhm.
Because now I think they're starting to wise up and put those. Because I know Chris and I talk all the time that we love our action, but we also wish we had more time with our superheroes in their regular life. And I think they're starting to wise up to that.
Michael
and
said slice of life set on Krakoa.
Well, they're
I
putting
would
stuff
read
on
that.
Webtoon now. We've got that Bat Family book that's amazing. That's coming up on Webtoon, which has been such a delight just to have the daily life of the Bat Family doing stuff.
People have got some really good analogies of what slice of life is, besides pizza.
So like a vlog.
Walking in somebody else's shoes, a vlog, that manga format. Somebody said, always look on the bright slice of life.
That's really weird.
Why did my... Okay. We have a question up here. Will they publish an art book for the new Batman movie?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, they will. It will probably come out after the movie's been out for a bit because they don't want any spoilers getting out ahead of time. They made the mistake of that. It was Disney released teasers of a Endgame art book, and there was an image of Tony Stark wearing Doctor Strange's cloak, which was in the preliminary stages of well, maybe this is going to happen in the movie. It never did, but people, man, just share that everywhere. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, James.
James?
Super Lifeheart says the secret is believable characterization.
Yeah, and books that take the time to do that, because you don't have time in these big books because you've got to sell quickly. You've got to keep it within the 4 to 6 issue story format. You don't have time.
BJ Kicks is saying they announced the art book. Actually, it's April 17th. So there you go. Who was asking that?
Telemundo.
Telenovelas
Yeah.
on Telemundo.
There
Absolutely.
you go.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's the thing, though. If you want to escape real life and read about superheroes, then slice of life is not for you. But I love like some. I mean, that's why I love Studio Ghibli films. Like every one of them, even though they're magical and fantastical in every way, they're all slice of life. They're all me peeking into somebody else's life.
Slice of life villains? How about
Oh, it'd be
that?
fun.
Those exist?
Yes, it's
Well,
cool. Everybody go check out Deadly Foes of Spider-Man by Nick Spencer.
Well,
Oh.
there's different books
awesome.
that come out throughout the year,
Love it.
especially on the holidays, where we get like these little kind of short stories of villains and superheroes doing kind of like their own fun things. So I think you have to catch them in those like little releases, or in books like fourth wall breaking books like Harley.
Mm-hmm.
Omar, how often do you reorder your collection when new Omnis come out? Well, with Superman, I've dipped into Death and Return of Superman 7 times, so I'm an idiot. It's not even my favorite Superman story.
Oh my god, Jeff.
I just like it.
Yeah.
I never upgraded my Uncanny X-Men Omnibus. I still have my old raggedy one that has like yellowing pages, but it's signed by Claremont, signed by people that are no longer with us. It's special to me, and I reread it because that's the way books are. That's what we're supposed to do with books. I gave away the reprints, so I really don't upgrade unless it's like, oh, they're adding additional content or something, or the book is built better.
I haven't read Heartstopper yet, and I know that Kristen is like screaming at me from her computer screen right now, but I haven't read it yet.
Super Laugh Heart saying, thanks for your time and passion and insights. You appreciate it. I hope your father gets well soon.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. Me too, man. Really sucked. Like yesterday, he didn't recognize me or my mom. So whatever infection he has in his blood is affecting his brain. And it's just really, my dad and I talk every day, and I miss him. I miss his voice. It sucks. So right after this, I'm going to grab some books. I'm going to head over there to go talk to some nurses and doctors to see what the next step is.
Yeah.
JT only came here for Maddie. He saw Maddie. And
JT.
He's like, oh, Omar and Melanie aren't again. Pass. Oh, Maddie's on? Wait. You better hit that like button.
Let's see. Cody, I have not checked out Steady Group. Can you remind me what it's about?
Favorite Western TV show? Mine is The Sopranos. Oh, I thought you meant Western, like cowboy Western. Then I would have gone with Deadwood. Oh, man. Favorite
Oh,
TV
yeah.
show?
There's like literally no way I could pick a show. I watch so much TV, like regular people TV with regular people in it. There's no way I could choose.
I mean, I love The Wire, 6 Feet Under, Firefly equally. So there's my answer, I think. Firefly was just too good because it only got one season and never had a chance to get bad.
Oh, yeah.
It got canceled. So The Wire is phenomenal if you've not seen it. It's even though it's outdated with the technology they're using, like pagers and payphones, it is brilliant. And 6 Feet Under will just make you appreciate life a lot.
I will say if anyone's looking for like a recent show that came out that's really good, Yellow Jackets on Showtime.
You really like it?
Loved it.
Okay.
I got Showtime just to watch it because everyone was talking about it.
I've heard a lot of good things. I thought you were going to recommend Virgin River. Season 3. I think me and Hugo Rios are the only two guys here that admit to watch Virgin River.
Yeah.
Like, I binged it so much. That's a bad slice of life. I don't know what was wrong with me. What is the schedule?
Sometimes it hooks you.
Yeah, why? It was so bad. Okay. The schedule for this week. Tomorrow will be my Milestones Compendium overview. Monday will be the New Mutants Omnibus Volume 2. Tuesday is the trade paperbacks. Wednesday, I hope to do Hidden Gems with this lovely lady.
Okay.
A lot of things are up in the air. Thursday will be, I don't know, man. I haven't even thought about that. Like, it's crazy. I'm always ahead, and I haven't
you've got it going on.
I haven't been
Maddie,
for the last 2 weeks.
Old Reader, New Reader Tuesday evening?
Yeah. I have to figure it out because we were going to do Guardians, but Jesse's not free that day, so I need to talk to my crew and see if we can move some stuff around. So
okay, yeah, and if you need to move it to a different day,
it might go ahead and be Wicked and Divine. I'm not sure, so I'll get it figured out.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Have there been any comics about supervillains that they do on the? I'm serious. The Deadly Foes of Spider-Man is so good. Like, it's because of that stuff. It's ridiculous. Boomerang was awesome in that, and there is an omnibus. It's pretty cheap, even though it's out of print. because I don't think anybody really talks about that. That's why I gave a lot of people hope when Nick Spencer got the gig of writing Spider-Man. So,
Someone in the chat was talking about how the Harley Quinn show is basically that,
oh,
and I
Slice
do
of Life,
agree.
really? Like
Well, I
from the
think slice
villain
of
side of
life and
things?
like you get the other side of what villains are up to and doing. You get a comical side.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you're looking for that, the Harley Quinn animated show is a very good way to go. Also, it's very good.
Did Max Appleman just actually me? Because I think it is Superior Foes of Spider-Man, not Deadly Foes of Spider-Man. Deadly Foes of Spider-Man was a 6-issue miniseries in the 90s. You're right, brother. Omar, have you seen One Cut of the Dead? Just saw it a couple days ago, and it's now one of my favorite films. Did you watch it with me and Tommy? We love it's the zombie movie.
No, yeah.
But don't give away the.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna look.
It is brilliant. I loved it,
you
and
just gotta stick with it though.
stick with it because at first you're like, this is
halfway point.
Dumb, but when you find out what happens, you're like, this is one of the most brilliant movies I've seen. And I saw it last year. It was so good, dude. I loved it. That's my type of movie.
Kind of disagree. Second favorite is The Wire.
Oh, so good. I love The Wire. Omar coming.
Tom King could write a great Kite Man slice of life series.
Listen, we are all waiting for that.
12 issues, 9-panel grids with Gerard Butler. Not Gerard Butler. Mitch Gerard. Gerard Butler. This is comics. Like, this is Sparta. Gerard Butler. Never mind.
I really dislike, especially last year, Nick Spencer's amazing, excuse me, Spider-Man run. Big relief he's out now. Is Deadly Foes better?
Yeah. Okay, Nick Spencer's, to me, was like Grant Morrison on New X-Men. There was a roller coaster of ups and downs. There were things I loved. I actually enjoyed the last arc. I think Kindred went on too long without giving any spoilers, but I actually enjoyed the last arc, and it fixed things that needed to be fixed. I love what he did. So yeah, I'm Deadly Foes was different. It was lighthearted and funnier.
One Count of the Dead is on Shudder.
I think it was on Shudder, but
I'm looking right now. It looks like maybe on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Superior Foes was my first omnibus. I adore that story. Yeah, it was so good, man. The fix is really good. Shonda Sook is right. It was actually Smotlock sent me a copy, and we did a what's it called? I think it was part of the Hidden Gems. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. It was about 2 bank robbers that are just pricks. That were cops. Sorry, I'm late. Quick question: the Astonishing X-Men Omnibus is already out of stock at CGN. Do you think they'll get restocked? It just came out. It has a smaller print run, but I think it's just out of stock. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Shudder is not an amazing product.
Okay, yeah. I definitely recommend it if you like horror movies. But it actually has a lot of heart, and that's why I loved it. Like, it has a lot of heart, and I love that ending, and I thought it was beautiful. Hey, Omar, thank you for the super chat, brother.
Do you know why Madman Library Edition Volume 2 never came out on in-stock trades?
I can't speak for in-stock trades. I don't know how do I put this? I don't know how they do business when it comes to ordering from the direct market, because they also haven't gotten a lot of Marvel titles. So that to me means, they're probably ordering from Diamond still. Maybe they got to keep their discount. I don't know, right? And maybe that's why they're going through Diamond, and Diamond didn't receive a lot of titles, whereas PRH does get all the titles. So maybe they're not ordering from PRH. But like I said, I don't have an exact answer to that, but that could be one of the reasons.
Mm-hmm. What's your 2 favorite shoujo series? Mine is High School Host Club and Waiting for Spring.
That's a good one.
Shoujo? Man, like anything by Clamp is regarded as shoujo, but that's kind of cheating. Oh man, I don't know. This is a good question. Banana Fish? Love Banana Fish. Is that still shoujo? What do you kids call that now? You like to make different tiers. Yeah, it's shoujo, but it's like mystery shoujo.
Well, it's always, there's so many genre like mixing and everything.
And Banana Fish was way ahead of its time in America. It was the first time I remember in America a manga had like the main characters, were gay. I don't remember seeing that in America. I mean, yeah, we all.
Well, and that got really popular again lately with the animated show, right? Because I've seen a lot of people get really into merchandise.
This reprinted it, absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember, like, I had never seen that in a manga in America, and I thought, well, good for Banana Fish. But
Banana Man.
Anytime I think of shoujo, I think of long fingers, long necks. I don't know why, even though that's not really it. And I know Rumiko Takahashi, even though she writes shoujo type stories, they're not really shoujo. So yeah, I'm gonna go with X. Yeah, X is my favorite. I love X. 1999.
Red Cloud is asking for any good reads or list of every book you've read. Oh my gosh, I don't think you can make that.
Oh, to send some indies your way if possible. Oh, thank you, Red Cloud.
That's
so
what
nice.
we'll do for the book club is indies. And I've got one suggestion. So if you guys want to give any more suggestions before we end the show, that would be great. Marvel is saying thanks for another great show. Prayers with you, Omar, and family.
Oh, thanks,
about your
brother.
dad. Hope he gets better soon.
Thank you, my
Excuse me.
dude.
Keep strong. And JT has recently started reading Strangers in Paradise. I'm halfway through, but I don't know if I'm feeling it the same way I love Rachel Rising. Some of the characters feel a little problematic today.
That's
Oh,
fair.
yeah, it was written in the 90s, so
Yeah.
absolutely, it was a different time.
I think it's like going back and watching like Friends, because there's a lot of problematic stuff in
I was
Friends
just
right now.
telling her, I'm like, they couldn't do Friends. Like, some of these episodes, like,
Yeah, and so Strange in Paradise is very similar, and it's a very, 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 very slow burn compared to Rachel Rising, which it does pay off. So I love Strange in Paradise, but I have a unique reason. It's not for everybody.
there was something that made a lot of people mad in Strangers in Paradise because it was supposed to end a certain way, and he continued it, and it went a different way. There's sugar, man. But I don't know. I really loved it. There are moments that made me cry in that book. There are moments that made me cheer. I think it's one of the most beautiful love stories that we've gotten in comics.
We have a question up here from Cesar.
Okay.
Do you speak to your father in Spanish or English?
Oh, in Spanish, man.
Uh-huh.
Él solo habla en español. Su inglés es horrible.
And Rodimus Prime's first non-comic Omni was Sleeper.
That's a good one. That's Ed Brubaker, early Sean Phillips. I really enjoy that one.
Let me take a picture of this. There we go.
Omar,
Jack Ferry said Princess Jellyfish. Princess Jellyfish is a really good
oh,
show.
I love the artwork.
And if you guys haven't read her other series, it's Tokyo Tarareba Girls. I might like that even more because it's about like these older women like in their 30s just trying to live their life in Tokyo. It's very funny, very realistic, very good.
Gotcha. Omar's mom called, so he's in that question. And actually, Ness, thank you. It's a wig. That'd be cool if my hair really was like that. So let's take a couple more questions before we finish up. Addie, what's your favorite ongoing comic right now?
Oh man, that's tough because I'm not as like up to date on everything right now. Probably like I think I'm really enjoying Wonder Girl and I'm really enjoying Star Wars: The High Republic, both the Adventures and like the regular Marvel run.
Gotcha. I think that's the one Omar's enjoying is the High Republic. Matt, I just decided for this month's book club, let's do indie books, not the big two, Marvel or DC. So yeah, and James was saying there's a list going on Discord right now.
Project Viking recommended Upgrade Soul, which is one of my top 5 favorite graphic novels of all time.
Hey, I gotta get going. Everybody, love you all.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Okay. I love you. Here, give me a call in a second. I'll go ahead and finish up. Okay, well, I guess on that note, excuse me. He's leaving in a hurry. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Maddie, for joining us. And thanks for this great community, right? It's and Adam, I'll let him know that you guys saying you love him. And Ringmaster, I let my mom borrow The Crow. I was halfway through and I was like, here, Mom, you love this. You go ahead and read it. So thanks again for sending that. Yeah. And let's see, Maddie, anything you want to say before we sign off?
No, it's just nice to come by and say hi and see you and talk to people. So thanks for brightening my Saturday, everyone. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you, JT. You guys have a lovely Saturday and stay minty.